calypso, no summertime fling. Rocking to the rhythm and the style we are bring. Energy electric, I step in at the ring. Tripping and a tripping with a pretty little thing. And I know that it's gonna be my day. Spread the love and it's gonna go my way. Middle of the road and we can't do a thing when the vibes start popping out, popping out, popping out. Yeah. Feel it when the sun comes up, even when it rains down. Don't miss the magic. So blessed to have it. Oh, feel it when the sun comes up, even when it rains down. Don't miss the magic. Yeah. So blessed to have it. Yeah.
I just wanna feel free tonight. Yeah. Let it all go. No need to hide. Energy up. We ain't coming down. Everybody wanna. I'll give you mine. Vibes right up. From me where your body wine. Can't get enough. Can you feel it now?
Hey, when it's beating in your soul, yeah. Go ahead and let the world know, yeah.
From night until morning,
Yeah.
them already know that them want it.
Hey, yeah. See me out, going my way. Spread the love and it's gonna be my day.
It's a whole set of gal in the street party.
Now the whole thing popping out, popping out, popping out. Yeah. Feel it when the sun comes up, even when it rains down. Don't miss the magic. So blessed to have it. Yeah. She just wanna have some fun, and I just wanna get down. Don't miss the magic. Yeah. So blessed to have it. So blessed. It's the new calypso.
As she shaking up, she hips so.
It's the new calypso.
As she shaking up, she hips so.
Yeah. See me out, going my way. Spread the love and it's gonna be my day.
Yeah.
We got the magic. Believe in the magic. Believe in the magic. Believe in the magic. We got the magic. We got the magic. Believe in the magic.
It's been 18 days since I kept her waiting. Probably won't last for another 18. She asked me where I'm at when it comes to dating. Can't you see that I don't wanna talk yet? And I probably won't answer if you call my phone. Always asking why, but
Since they were on sale, Laura bought these umbrella shoes without thinking. Literally, without thinking. Hungry for deals? You'd better come and satisfy it at KFC before doing something crazy. 7 pieces of delicious chicken with a bucket of fries. The KFC Wow Bucket for $119.95.
New Absolute Watermelon, always in season. 100% natural watermelon flavor, 0% added sugar. Not for persons under the age of 18. Enjoy responsibly.
World! Yes, let's explore it! Wow, it's made with real salmon! Look what I found. Party mixed cat snacks. There's the delicious taste of the tuna we love! Definitely coming back tomorrow. Friskies, always more to explore.
Never had them like this. KFC nuggets. Back on the menu with a twist. New spicy nuggets, the dark and the dark. KFC nuggets are the best around. Spicy nuggets, the best. With no dips, no one be contest. I swear it's 100% chicken breast. And everybody else be whole second best. Back on the menu with a twist. Never had them like this. Spicy nuggets are the tastiest.
KFC chicken nuggets are back on the menu. Now you can choose between the new hot and spicy flavor or original, or mix them up, starting at $24.95. Only at KFC.
We only do it for the day one day. Me never do it for no bag of fake friend. Me never run down. Me never run down, friend. Nah, do it for the day one. Say me do it for the day one. Them. Me never run down. Me never run down, friend. Nah, do it for the day one. Only do it for the day one. One link and one order. Stick to me circle like bricks and mortar. Me never leave them in a wanna. Coulda late in the night, is that still done? Me couldn't sell them for $1. Now sell me friend, me rather suffer like dagger. Coulda end up in a jail or a grave. Me friend, cause you know that's a day one day. Me never run down. Me never run down, friend. Nah, do it for the day one. Only do it for the day one. Them. Me never run down. Me never run down. Chase to life. Thank God we not fall out and we not no strife. We just cool like ice. Cause we no have no time for no little petty fire. Me never run down. Me never run down, friend. Nah, do it for the day one. So me do it for the day one day. Do it for the day one. Only do it for the day one day. Up all night, stacking up, it's alright. Coulda depend pan them in the hour right the night. Coulda swing pan the left, me coulda swing pan the right. Not textile, some boy them feel them too bright. Run around, chat a lot of speed like bike. Them not afraid say them crash, cause them verse in a lie. Me never run down, me never run down, friend. Nah, do it for the day one, so we do it for the day one day. Run down, we never run down, friend. Nah, do it for the day one. We only do it for the day one day. We never run down, friend. Day one day. Say me do it for me day one day. Me only do it for the day one day. Me never do it for no bag of fake friend. Me only roll with the day one day. For the day one day. We only do it for the day one day. You done now, we not really run down, friend. We not deal with a fake friend.
They got it, baby. Give me some, baby. Cause yeah, Melanin popping, everything firm, nothing ain't dropping on you. All the big heads them watching, 6-figure clocking, but that ain't bothering you. No. Man could have gone on them ways, you know. But them boy go run the place, you know. Watch how your mother pray for you. Look how you're born with flavor, flavor, flavor. Melanin flavor, flavor, flavor. Sign the pen on your paper, paper, paper. Melanin flavor, flavor, flavor. Tell a boy go brave, you know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Before you hot up the place, you know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look how you sweet like bonbon, like sugar in a pot when it brown brown. You know where you come from, so nobody can take you for clown now. Cause you know what you have is special. So baby, do give it up now, because your mother pray for you. Look how you're born with flavor, flavor, flavor. Melanin flavor, flavor, flavor. Sign the pen on your paper, paper, paper. Melanin flavor, flavor, flavor. Tell a boy go brave, you know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Before you hot up the place, you know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell a boy go brave, you know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Before you hot up the place, you know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look how you're born with flavor, flavor, flavor. Melanin flavor, flavor, flavor. Sign the pen on your paper, paper, paper. Melanin flavor, flavor, flavor. Tell a boy go brave, you know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Before you hot up the place, you know. Yeah, yeah.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. It's your Island Girls. I'm Crystal Kane.
I'm Smarlado.
I'm Ruby Paris.
And I'm Talia Alexander.
Guys, oh my gosh. I am so happy. We all are so happy, right? Another Wednesday, another week.
Yes.
Another Island Girl talk.
Yeah. Boom.
But Ruby is back. Listen, I miss
so
you
happy to be
bad.
back. I really miss you guys.
You're 3 whole weeks without Ruby boy.
It's too long.
3 whole weeks without Ratatata. 3 whole weeks without Piting.
Yes.
Push.
And without 100%.
Yes. Both hands, Sam. 100%.
You know, oddly enough,
Most important.
I was really prepared for you all to be like,
I catch it. Because I did say, and most importantly, and then you did it.
3 whole weeks. 3 whole weeks without.
But don't worry, we are tech team going to work on something for you today. And Ruby need her own mic drop.
Yes, she does. Oh my
I
gosh.
really miss you all.
You will miss,
Even
mom.
when I come back here today, I was like, where? My heart.
My word.
3 weeks.
It's nice to see you all again. All your first of all, a moment for towels and the gear.
She let me
Right?
step straight on the studio.
Right? She
Give
just
me
dropped
some
some
Straight out of some hip hop video.
Yes, hip hop for
Right?
Christ.
God vibes only. Yes, and we loving the shades.
Hey, well, then we had the whole kit. Cool
Yes,
kid.
fresh like that.
Big up Javon Murray for this.
Hey.
So prepare, you'll be seeing a lot of this
Yes.
coming up soon.
Nice.
This is the moment.
Yes.
Love it.
And for the record, yes to his request.
Yes.
We liking the merch.
You hear
yeah, we
Javon?
love it.
All right, so in the inside, you work it out.
God vibes.
God vibes.
Of course, guys, you know how we like to start the show. It's been a minute since
Yes.
we've all been together, right?
Right.
How was your weekend and your week thus far? And guys in the chat room, we want to hear from you all as well. How was your weekend and how is your week going so far? Rubes.
Yes.
But I've been gone for 3 weeks. So
3 long weeks.
long weeks. But honestly, I like to be busy. I'm a busybody kind of person. And these last 3 weeks, I had rehearsals and then I had band launch, and then I had rehearsals again, and then I had a show last weekend, and then I fell off a ladder and bust up on my cuff, and then I had to get stitches.
Oh my
And then I had to take out these stitches.
Dang.
It's been a time.
Yeah,
It's been a time. But this week, between the last time I saw you to now, a lot of things, a lot of moving parts, a lot of work has been done, a lot of sleepless nights. Really looking forward to just hitting a pause for a while in these few weeks to come.
You need it, girl.
Yeah, you know, I think I deserve a little
Yeah.
not a stop, but just a
Yeah.
A little something.
Little thing.
But again, always grateful, always grateful.
Yeah.
I mean, I opened this year praying for opportunities to be attracted to me.
Yeah.
And allowed life to just serve itself in God's favor, and it's just
Yeah.
been working out really positively for me, and I'm grateful. I'm just deeply, deeply grateful. The long days and long nights,
Yeah.
I have to remind myself, you prayed for this.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is an answered
100%.
prayer. So the reward is coming. You'll sleep after and be like, where I really did that, boy.
Yes.
Yes.
So give every strength of your youth, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So, because I can't do this in the next 20 years, for sure.
Why not?
No. I
Yeah,
want to be
man.
on my yachts. I want to be cruising.
She'll be a whole celebrity by then because she's not yet a celebrity.
could I pass you? Could I pass you?
I'm messaging you like, so my jet is coming in. I'm going to send the car to pick it up. We are going sailing.
Hey, Charles, can I pass through? We're not asking. You can say, hey, we coming.
I forget Crystal. I knew it. Just say we're going to visit. We're going to go to Crystal's show wherever she's performing next in the world.
Yes, and Ruby
That's
handle
right.
the yacht,
Yes.
handle the jet.
Jets, I
She'll
have
be like,
you.
my chopper is landing on the cruise, guys.
Love the mindset, you know. Gosh, boy. And how the week?
This week?
Yes.
This week was wild.
Wild.
This week, I had this show last weekend, and then this week I had to take out the stitches. The same day I had to take out the stitches. My friend and her mom, they were supposed to go to the beach. We were all supposed to go to the beach together, and then their car broke down in the gas station.
Oh, no.
And nobody knew why. Like, they tried to jump start, it didn't work. It wasn't that the gas was low, and they just couldn't start the car.
Battery or what?
Then out of nowhere, they said to a guy, well, you come and start it if you feel like just taking up space. And you
It
know
was
the man,
Nolly and Gay.
You know the man start the car?
That happened to me.
I felt so ashamed.
It was
I said,
Nolly and Gay.
It might have been that, you
Yeah,
know.
that happened to me.
It
I
was
will-
a day.
Yeah.
It was a day. And
I
then
will tell you all, I don't know anything about cars,
Me
and I don't
neither.
plan to learn. That's what
I
I'm meant
will
for.
watch Formula 1, and I will tell you every single time, change your tires.
Yeah.
But it's been a good week. I've been resting as much as I can. I was ill for a while as well. Finally feel a lot more like myself.
Right.
It's been a good week, an exciting week. Other things I don't really feel comfortable just sharing just yet.
No.
Of course.
Encounters that were not as positive.
Right.
Shake it off, shake it off.
I thought that tech music.
Shake it off, Rube, shake it off. Right?
But we're good, we're good. So it was a good day.
It's lovely to have you back.
Yes, it is.
Fantastic.
So miss you. Oh my gosh, you have no idea
Don't
how
worry,
much we
again.
missed you.
Who wants to go next? Sam? You wanna go next?
Take it time. Okay, cool. Take flowers. And then comes Sam. With my restful weekend, did nothing.
Oh gosh.
That
is fantastic if you ask me.
And why I could never remember my weekend?
Yes, I don't know.
You know.
Really, y'all, I just don't. Oh, no water situation.
Oh,
No
yes.
water situation hit me. So, in preservation mode, I try not to use my AC too much. All right. So I try not to sweat. But
did
it
I
was
go?
so hot, and I was like, nah, boy, I can't leave things to pile up anymore. I pack up and went by my parents. I was like, Mom, you need
Damn right.
water?
Very
She's
good.
like, yeah. I said, I'm covered. So it was too full. I spent some time with my family, and I did my chores. I pack up all my dirty ways and things to wear.
Very good.
Right? Pack up all my... Thankfully, it wasn't a lot. So it's just like, poop, poop, poop. Gone, laundry, everything.
You know, she had that backpack she was moving with.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that was Saturday, and then passed and checked my colleagues anyway. My friends and colleagues, because we're working on this film Sacrificial. So they had a shoot, so I was just checking in with them, see how it went. Well, it was more rehearsal, and then that's my also my Bible study group. So we just end up talking God for till 12 o'clock every time. So
It'd be like that.
it'd be like
It
that.
really does.
And then home and got decent rest. Sunday was good. I don't think I did much of anything on Sunday, which was really nice. And just, I made shrimp for the first time. So my week started pretty adventurous in the kitchen, because you know I'm not of the kitchen. But
I hear that.
it was pre-season, right? But pre-season. Nothing fancy. So pre-season, and I did it in the air fryer.
Oh,
yes.
Love an air fryer.
Oh, you
Yes.
fancy.
Yes.
You fancy.
My garlic shrimp with my rosemary, right?
Chef Sam.
Yes, hello. Welcome to Cafe de Lal. It tastes real good. So my week was good. I started a new project as well. So just getting familiar with that, and jumping in with that as well. So it's been a good week so far.
Sounds like a good week to me.
Yeah.
Tals, what about you?
Dude, my weekend actually was very interesting. All right, so I might be mixing up the dates. First, it just went back to back. So I think it's Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, I got invited to the same crew. Went to check a friend of mine in South because he was in hospital. I think it's taken out video. He was in hospital. And what happened is I keep forgetting most of the crew is in South. So your girl was in Mount Hope.
Oh, wow.
So I called him and I was like, Dan, I'm here. Where you guys? Where you are outside? I was like, dude, I by Mount Hope. He's like, Tali, I just ain't laughing.
Oh, no.
I say, Lord.
When
He's
they
like-
say hospital.
So he gave me, he said that thing, and then I catch myself. I say, okay. So I say, all right. No, I so want to go because when it comes to the whole plan is to share the gospel, and when it comes to that, I try to make myself present because I know go in and do something.
Yeah.
So I said, cool. Mount up is close to Europe. I'll just go to the bus route, take a thing, and everything flows. As soon as I reach a man, say, hey, San Fernando. I say, yeah, man. Never traveled before down there. Right?
Wow.
And it was a bit late, but I said, nah, we're doing this thing. Because I know the crew will drop me home after.
Yeah.
Went to the hospital just in time to see the guy, pray for him with everybody, and send him off. Because I know no matter who you are, when you're going in hospital, is a scary thing.
Yes.
So, but by the time we're done with him, he fired up. So I know he's going to share thing with everybody, all the patient and him, he did.
Yeah.
So we left him now to go on the streets in San Fernando to share. And my same friend Javon, he was a DJ for the world, now he's for Christ. So he came with everybody, the whole crew, and right in front of KFC, and he started to blaze the music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Everybody coming. So I'm like, but we pray before we come. I say, Lord, you do it, do touch your people thing.
Yeah.
And you could feel the spirit of God so powerful. And one by one, we didn't have to wait. There was no lack at all.
Wow.
People started come with different kind of talent and then started spit about God because we say we just one rule, God vibes only, no cussing, nothing like that.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Back to back. It was only God could do that.
Wow.
Some people say God led them there because they were trying to figure out where to go, and then they felt in the spirit to come there, and then they came, and then just encounter after encounter happened.
Wow, that's amazing.
I just to see it, and I was like, dude, this is what the Bible is about. This is a real thing, though.
Yeah.
Needless to say, we had a great time. We're going to plan to do it in Port of Spain by the grace of God. So I'm looking forward to that weekend coming. And, your girl had to get ready too because I had to spit some bars for that too, right? So excited about it. And what happened is that the day after was one of our dear friends, a close friend of mine who is also a pastor. And he is a kind of person, he will, if you're in need of anything, he drop in where he had a drop. Because his heart is like a servant. He will do anything. Even if it grieve him, he come in and he going out his way for you. So we were thinking, this man always do that. Every time I leave South, all hours in the morning, he dropping me home and everything. We need to do something for him. So last minute on Sunday, we come together. And I don't want to mention this again because one of the guys, he have an ankle brace that he came out of prison.
I
And I
remember
don't want
this.
to ever say that again because I believe in for his total release, right? And this guy is so gifted. He could help cook, and he decided to cook. Basically, fancy thing, the man put in a short time.
Wow.
And cake and everything. And when they went and we surprised him and we took all the lights and whatever. And when the guy come in and you could see just the smile on his face. And this is a friend I know for a long time. And I could feel his genuine appreciation. And he said, you know what mattered to him is that this is like our family. And to know that everybody, most of them young.
Yeah.
Like as an older person, he was like, this is God's family.
Yeah.
And I don't know, the whole weekend was just real. Like I just was a passenger and watching God move. And then the last thing I get in my spirit again is transition. Like he ready for me to just don't think too much about it, but do it. And up to today, I find myself ministering and stuff. So it just like the spirit of God just left.
Indeed. It sounds like a really lovely weekend, Charles. I have to say though, based on what you do with your group, I find it so brave, especially in today's world. And I also have to give credence to the fact that you all do it in a way that is appealing to the younger people.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's not usually when people see and hear about church and it's the older folks and it's usually these old songs that really and truly it does bring you down. You know what I mean? It's not appealing to younger people. But with the energy that you guys come with and it's fresh and it without sacrificing too much of yourselves as well, but it shows younger people that, you know, maybe a life for Christ doesn't have to be boring or restrictive or anything like that. So keep it up.
It's not.
Yeah.
So yeah, God vibes only. So
God vibes only.
God See more of that. And you, Chris?
So you know, I like Sam. I don't ever remember. It's a girl. I remember. I have my calendar. I remember my calendar.
Well done.
So the past weekend was really nice, I have to say. Of course, apart from work, I worked on Saturday and Sunday. I did a brunch on Sunday as well. But I also celebrated with Jamie. You remember Jamie? It was her birthday. Big up Jamie in the house. Leo for life. You know what I mean? And of course, you all would have known, well, Ruby wasn't here for the last 3 weeks, but the girls would have known just what kind of a week and a half I had been having. Very stressful, traumatic, and filled with anxiety. But the great news came. Everything in a gear, and a girl could function again.
That's right.
So, you know, things tinging. And of course the week is going good. I mean, just being back just being here, doing this show and with such a fantastic group of girls, it rejuvenates me, I gotta say. So the week great. We rallying. We moving forward.
Rally around the West Indies.
Hey, rally around the West Indies. Now and forever.
Big up, David.
Yes, I. So Ruby, take us in with the chat room now.
You know, long I read a little.
Right. I was trying to hold it down.
Sam did a fantastic job.
Sam, you did amazing.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody in the chat room. Big up Olia. We start off with Landel Valdez saying good evening to the young woman of
Our
Island
early
Girls.
bird.
Hello, Landel.
The topic reminds me of a mama's boy in a relationship. Wow. But I hope all of you are well, especially happy girls. Keep up them shorty mood. That's me.
Yes.
Maureen Velasco. Good evening.
Hi, Maureen. Is she new?
Welcome, Maureen. If you are new, welcome to Island Girls.
Thank you for coming, sweetie.
Nina Neens. Hi, honey. She said, don't sleep on the air fryer. I made a whole chicken in there.
I tell you.
It's a real one. Hi, ladies. Rubes, glad you're feeling better.
Yes, I.
Ah, boy, Firewolf man. He said, greetings and blessings, ladies and everyone. Here for
to
this
you.
topic, lol.
Yes.
Dylan Axel Farmer says,
Hey,
Hello, Di.
he said, blessings flow.
Blessings flow indeed.
I love it.
All right, guys. So we all caught up.
That's
right.
right. Yes.
Took some time, but it was needed. Ruby is back, boy.
I'm back.
Back, boy.
Guess who's
Right.
back?
Back again.
Hey.
Ruby's back.
Tell your friends.
All right. So, guys, we're gonna get right into it, but of course, we gotta take a little break. It's nice to catch up with you guys. Of course, remember to like this live. Just click the like button. It's like a nanosecond. Click. Just click. All right. And if you're feeling generous, of course, share the link in your stories, your WhatsApp status, on your wall, and all these good stuff. All right. The more, the merrier. Today's topic is a doozy.
Call, do
yes. And we know we love to hear from you guys. Of course, our number is 466-4OUR. That's 466-4687. Call us and talk the things with us. All right.
Yes,
and if you are an upcoming artist or an already established one, we are all about local. We want to play your music on the platform. You can send in your music to us at music@ourradio.fm. That's music@OURradio.fm. All right? Okay. Keep it locked. We just go in for like 2 seconds. 2 seconds. And we will be back with the topic of the day. Of course, sponsored by KFC. What is? What's the topic today?
Are your parents meddling with your relationship?
Yes, I. Usually it's what, It's not me too. Usually it's what?
Is
your parents meddling in your relationship, boy? I am sure many of us can relate. All right?
And it ought to be obvious and it can be subtle.
Very subtle. Right, we're going to take a quick break and we will be right back. Ruby, tell them.
Oh, they don't go nowhere now. Where you going?
Go to commercial.
Go to commercial.
So where you going now?
Where are you going?
KFC. Finger looking good.
So new, but so radical.
New, the KFC Double Stacker Sandwich. 2 crispy chicken fillets sandwiched with barbecue sauce and cheddar cheese.
So new, so radical.
Order your Double Stacker Sandwich now via the app or KFC.com. It's finger licking good.
New Absolute Watermelon, always in season. 100% natural watermelon flavor, 0% added sugar. Not for persons under the age of 18. Enjoy responsibly.
World. Yes, let's explore it. Wow, it's made with real salmon. Look what I found. Party mixed cat snacks. There's the delicious taste of the tuna we love. Definitely coming back tomorrow. Friskies, always more to explore.
Some time to ease my mind and fight. Feelings kinda shifty, healing taking time. But the mood on my mind, on my heart inclined. Things take time. And I just want to rest on. Take it nice and slow to ease the stress. Yeah. Sometimes I don't feel to get off. Keep my eyes on high, I'll touch the sky, Got the moon on my mind, on my heart inclined.
Guys, we are back. We're back with more show for you guys. It's your Island Girls. I'm Crystal Kane.
I'm Smara Lalo.
I'm Ruby Paris.
Talia Alexander.
And if you're just joining us, you are right in time.
Yes.
Big up you. Topic of the day. With all the hard-hitting topics.
Y'all go ahead. I have God with me, It's God yesterday.
We're not going to stop, right? We're not going to stop.
Never, ever.
Right?
I'll go take fun next time.
Of course, our topic of the day is brought to you by KFC Finger Licking Good. All right. And yes, it's a juicy one, a spicy one, a steamy topic. Steamy. Right? Real steamy. I don't know about you, but I have a little experience in that department.
I don't know.
Right? Is your parents meddling in your relationship? All right. Well, are they? Because let's talk about it. I listen. First of all, we'll start off. When a relationship starts, it's always nice and new and fresh and beautiful. I will tell you right now, parents love me.
Yeah.
Right? I'm
Except
sure
that
parents
one.
love you all too. Right?
Except the one you tell us about.
Except the one. Lord.
You'd be
But
surprised.
over time, you will find that things happen. You'll find that things happen where maybe the dynamic starts to change based on the personality that you have. A parent will know just how far they can go with you. And by parents, we don't necessarily mean your own toward you. Yes, that has a part to play with it, especially if there's enmeshing with your parents and you can't really make boundaries, take a stance and create boundaries between them. Or it could be a situation where the parent of your significant other is giving you a little strife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it could be problematic.
It can be.
Right? So we want to get into it and discuss some of the signs that would help us to realize when somebody is overstepping, when someone is overstepping their boundaries and meddling. Because there's a threshold. You know, there comes a point where you know it goes beyond just caring and wanting. First, it comes across as, them wanting the best for their child and for the relationship, because a good relationship means the happiness of their kid. However, there is a line that you just cannot cross, and it becomes meddlesome. It becomes almost, as dare I say, sabotage-esque, right? And we have to know, you as the significant other or you as the offspring of the parent who's meddling, we have to know when to say, okay, stop, enough. You know? Yeah. So we want to get into it. We're going to share our stories, and of course, in between, share the signs with you all and, use it as some little educative moments for us, We want to hear your stories too, if you ever had to deal with that and how you handled it.
Yes.
All right? So, let me talk things. How y'all feel about that?
Okay, so I will go first because I think I can't really I don't have... I can't say that I've ever had something like that happen.
Must be nice.
So,
real nice.
because... my exes or my partner's parents tend to be either I never meet them or it's been really nice. So to me as a person, I'm like, okay, first of all, you don't get in between parents and the children, right? So with that understanding, certain things, they're not overbearing, especially sometimes it could be when you're spending time, especially if they're at home with their parents, then it could be like, do this for me now, do that for me now, or the questioning and the constant need for something,
and the close proximity never helps.
But after a while, I think they too will know once they get through. It's like there's a quiet, there's there's a lull, but they just have their moments. Which is understandable. They're people too. So if it's like, come take my price mat, come there, we use it as an outing and we just all go and it's cool because like my partner's mom, she likes to do those things and I like to see things. So I just be like, if she's going home, so I'm like, auntie, I'll come and I'll take you. If he's home and he doesn't want to go, I'll be like, yeah, don't worry, I'll take your mom. And so, because certain things you have family duty as well. So for me, it doesn't really bother me that much because it's not overbearing, so it's just like respecting the parents, respecting the home, respecting certain relationships. So it's not it's never too much, at least not yet. And I don't get a sense for who they are that it will ever become too much.
Right.
I hear you.
That's fair. That's not always been my experience. But I do hear what you're saying, like the family aspect of it, I definitely relate to. I think as Caribbean people, it is very important for us to have the parents' approval.
Yeah.
In general, it means a lot to us because we want our parents to like our partner and we want to be liked by our partner's parents. Whether we like it or not, some part of our subconscious mind does anchor the value we have for our partner into and kind of meddle that into our parents' opinion of them or our family's opinion of them.
Yes.
Like I've seen too many times in dynamics where the parents or the family rejected the spouse or the boyfriend or the girlfriend and it just ended up naturally fizzling out.
Yeah.
Or the person themselves pulled away completely from their family, pulled away completely from their parents, but it still caused a level of fracture that was never intended or shouldn't even have happened. But I mean, so in my circumstance, two relationships come to mind where the family meddled a lot. One situation in particular, it wasn't necessarily like his mom or his dad. It was actually his aunts and cousins.
Oh.
And they would talk about like his exes and what she used to do and how she used to be and what they didn't like and what they did like. And then they would talk about like his brothers or his cousins and their girlfriends. So it obviously raised a flag for me. If you can speak so freely about this to me, who you kind of like now getting to know, now getting to meet, then you probably drag in my name too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it didn't help that they would say things like, well, you know, let's just call a random name. I have to be real careful with random names. Let's just say K. Right?
Yeah.
So just call a letter K. Well, K used to do this, you know. I hope you're not that kind of girl because, you know, that was so, you remember when K did that and then they'll get back up and back up and back up and back up. And if you are that kind of girl, like, now you feel a kind of way. And then when you go out with them in evenings and have dinner and family dinners and, you know, even to just go to Tobago together. It's just kind of weird because you hear the kind of things that they say about their families, partners. You know they're speaking about you and you kind of slowly start observing the behavior shift of your partner with you. And they start saying things like...
That is the heartbreaking part.
That for me was when I realized... And it was early on when I started, earlier in my dating life when this happened. And I remember thinking, is the problem me? Because he would be like... okay, we're gonna see Auntie so-and-so this evening. Don't be like too loud or like don't like, you know how you are, just like, just in, And I remember thinking, this is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. I said, I don't know how to, I don't know how to.
No.
And then another relationship, his mother said straight to my face, you know, I didn't do the best job in raising him, but I need you to look out for him and I need you to be there for him because he's never had somebody 100% there for them. And I remember feeling that like it was a lot of responsibility
to put on you.
And she used to call like every other 2 weeks for updates about him.
Oh gosh.
And so it wasn't like meddlesome.
I'm triggered.
Like she tried to influence him. It became meddlesome. Like she's trying to influence him through me. And that broke the dynamic even further.
For sure.
Because now it feels like, oh, so you're reporting to my mom about me. You know, and it's
now
just...
that's trust.
Correct. And it's kind of like, she asked, and I'm thinking innocently, she asked. And he's like, no. She's like trying to control and trying to mind my business and da-da-da-da-da. And then she would like, if we were low on food or like groceries or whatever, she would just be like, you all need anything? And you think it's so innocent. Like, it doesn't always have to be with an ulterior motive. It doesn't always have to mean that. But they could literally show up to your house or show up with groceries and then suddenly everybody in the family knows your business. Like, y'all can't afford this, y'all can't do this, the house looks like this. And it's like,
why?
What are you doing? Why are you letting other people cast judgments on us that are going to long-term affect our relationship when you say that you like me? That you say that you like me for your son? But you lie. You lie.
Don't be
because
lying.
why are you trying to control the way that this plays out? Like, that's not... It's our relationship.
You said you're right in it, control.
It is control. And I think the saddest part of it is literally seeing it affect the relationship that you built with this person and that breaking down.
I think
That's
is
so
the part because as somebody, I mean, listen, fire and brimstone can come down. You can say what you want about me. It really would be water off a duck's back. But you see the minute it starts and I feel a shift with you and I realize, okay, you're being affected by it and it's affecting the relationship, I gone. I'm not even gonna...
Don't have to choose. Like, I would never put you in that position to be like, well, it's me or your family. No, choose your family. Like, you know, because if you're saying that we're supposed to be a family, you know, like in the biblical sense or whatever, where you say, okay, you leave your family home and cleave to your wife kind of thing. That we are going to be building a life
One
together.
flesh. Right,
That's supposed to be family inclusive or not, you know. But at least we are going to create our own little family, and then you will hope the extended family is involved, right? So that we have one family. But if it is that there's this thing of, well, this one have a problem and that one have a problem, and when you're there and it's shoo and and da-da-da-da. I always say home is for free expression, not good impressions, right? So if you come, I am very comfortable in myself. So if it is whoever made me don't like me, I do that, I do this or I do that. You're my family. You're supposed to see all of that. You know, as far as I'm concerned, if we're going to be family, best you know, because I am not going to be uncomfortable. Because if we're family, my home is your home is my home. We, you know, whatever. That's how I view family as a comfort when you're going to family. So it have nothing like who looking like this and what looking like that and however. Because at the end of the day, it's about relationship. What our relationship is like. What safe spaces are we building for each other? And we're supposed to have love if we are family. So all of that, that take me. If you don't like my hard luck, don't be around me. You know, that's fine.
Valid.
You don't come to the cookout.
That's fine. We revoke your invitation.
No, you're invited. You know, you take it upon yourself not to come. Because you'll always be invited.
You know, what I think is really rough as well in certain friendships, I mean, a lot of my friends now are married or getting married, or, you know, they've been dating their partner for an extended period of time. Like, I've observed meddlesome parents in their dynamics. And I remember thinking, I'm so glad it ain't me. But I mean, one of my friends come up in particular, and her mom was so meddlesome that even though she has been with her partner for almost like 10 years,
10 years, wow.
She, the mom that is, would still bring the ex around the house. Like that,
like her ex,
like the
or
daughter's
his ex,
around the house.
Ultimate betrayal.
Like, and the way the mom sees it is like, yeah, well, the families are friends, and like, you know, I always looked at him like a son, but she was pissed. It was like, you know, I'm seeing someone else. You know, I'm seeing someone new. This happened when I was like, young,
crazy to me.
You just go, like, let it go.
Let
it go.
But it's so
and then
funny.
worse yet, I mean, Nina said something in the chat.
Yes.
And I'm so sorry that I was triggering with you, my love.
Go from Travon.
Travon
down.
said, Ruby, what going on, girlie? I got chat. Thank you. Nina said this topic is unfortunately triggering for me.
Yes.
I used to get called the ex's name flat out.
Disrespect.
And then Travon said, once I came home and met my ex and my mum chilling.
You see,
and that happened to my friend quite a lot. Beyond the fact that her mum would straight up ask her, so how the ex going? And she'd be like, I don't know, we're not together.
How we supposed to?
Correct. And then that same ex, she would come back home, and the ex would just be liming with the mums in the kitchen. And it's like, this can't be real, boy. This a movie. This cannot be real. Like,
wow.
I know my mom.
I would have made life so unbelievably uncomfortable for them.
My mom and I set very, very clear boundaries.
Right.
And I do think it's something, if you notice that you have meddlesome parents, it's not disrespectful to set your standard for yourself or your boundaries with family, with friends, with loved ones, because that's the only way you're going to learn each other and know that's not comfortable for me. That, you know, so they learn more about you and how to love you. Because in their mind, they're probably thinking, this is them showing love. You know, but for you,
I wanted this
it's
boy
interference. And I know with my mom and I, we are exceptionally close. We've spoken about this on the show before. But once I done with her ex, they're done to her too. Like, it's done. There was only one ex, and she and I had, you know, a very intense conversation about it, because that ex and her became friends, like almost like friends, because they spoke about everything. They spoke about life, spoke about God, spoke about politics, and the way he and I, the relationship that we had, it seemed like this could have been a forever person. It was not, but it could have been. And they were very close, and it was like years. of me being like, are you on a call? Or why are you messaging? Like, that's pissing me off. Like, I've dated multiple other people since then. But now, obviously, like, life has happened. And, you know, they're out of touch. But it's just kind of like, I had to sit with her and be like, that bothers me, and these are the reasons why. Because when you maintain a relationship with him, you leave him thinking that the door with me is ajar. And it's not. It's done. And it's not going to be rekindled. And either you need to accept it or he needs to accept it, but this is not happening again. And I think parents sometimes overstep their, not necessarily their power, but their title. Is that a thing? Like, because
they think they know what's best for you better than
more
you.
Than not, they
know what's best.
But you have to allow your child to move from being a child to an adult.
I think
they have to
pick
make their own
the
mistakes.
thing.
I was actually going to talk about that.
You can't protect them from everything.
That part is very important because at the end of the day, I mean, the love between parent and child is very important. We are here to respect. But we are growing. We are not who we were when we were younger. So sometimes that dynamic changes because you don't want to make anybody feel like there's a disrespect or whatever. But it's not that, because if the purpose of family is to multiply, which means that you have to leave the comfort of a home to start your own family and then multiply. Otherwise, you could get stagnated. You know, you could end up having guilt. That not necessarily, it's not healthy. It's not a healthy type of thing. Like, you know, if the person really need of you to be there, whatever, and you're torn between spouse and parent, and it should not be that way. So both parties have to grow, and I think that's the part when it comes to friendship with parents as well, where as a child you cannot fill that void in them. God is with all of us. God has to fill that void. He is first. And I say that in the spirit. He is first. And also having friends your age. We have friends our age. Parents have their friends. So that way it spreads out. At the end of the day, I'm not a parent yet, so I could imagine as a parent how that feels with us, and one day we will experience it with our child as well. And so I could sympathize with that, but there must be a clear distinction when it comes to your child at a young age and when they're an adult, and being able to adjust, and because life is about adapting as well. You know, so I resonate with what you're saying there, but I think another instance of it too, as to talk about boundaries, is you know it bad when it's expected of you to drop whatever you're doing, bro, to go there. Like, let me say you're planning for a vacation or whatever, and it's probably important to you all because you're working hard for the rest of the year and you want to go to this thing, and this is like a rejuvenation for your relationship, and then that has to cut off because of something that was perceived as important, but it's really can hold back. And then there's the silent treatment or the guilt or whatever. I really don't think, I mean, people are human.
Just to piggyback on that, just to identify the elephant in the room, is usually with men and their moms, where that is concerned, especially if the moms, let's say her husband passed away or she's not married or whatever, and all of a sudden your son kind of doing the husband type roles, he's filling the husband type role, and it poses a problem because obviously the consensus is, well, that's my mom, you know, that's my mom. Of course it's your mom, you know, but there comes a point when you know she just have you hopping, skipping and jumping just to flex. To flex the control that she has over you and thus the relationship. But it's so unhealthy and it's so toxic. And mom very well know she don't need the bread by tonight, you know. She knows that she can tide herself over till morning. But no, she wants it now because I am mom and I say so.
But sadly, sometimes that's a case of yes, there's irreconcilable differences, but sometimes, you know, this is not how you participate in and actually the downfall of a marriage, of a relationship, because that's an extra pressure when as a parent your whole heart should be that you want the best for your child. I don't want to ever be the problem. That will pain me.
Taz, have you ever had a personal experience where that was concerned, where you felt like a parent was infiltrating your relationship?
I believe so. Sometimes it's not even intentional. You could feel like it's not intentional. It's just that there's a almost like a loss where they're accustomed a particular way. And then something new happens, so that takes a lot of adjusting, and therefore there's a pain and a sadness with it. So I could sympathize with that. But needless to say, life is difficult, and I would work with you. Grace will be needed, but we have to get over this part of it. If it is that either parties have a successful relationship, because at the end of the day, you want grandkids, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So control is never like, if I love somebody, I have to, and I could say that based on my own life. There are times where I realized, Natalia, you are controlling. And I was like, I don't want that. It's ugly.
Yeah.
And I had to go to God and work on that and see, okay, where's the root of this? What did I miss? What caused the trauma? You have to do that inner healing.
Yeah.
Even as parents, even as kids, you had to get to the roots. And love is not control.
No.
When you give somebody that freedom, it blossoms even more.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So there's something you said I just wanted to add to. Oh gosh, you hit me with a nice little gem. Love is not control, and that's all my brain is saying now. But we spoke about, this happening a lot with sons and their mothers. But I've seen this happen a lot as well with women who are besties with their mum. And they talk to their mum the way they talk to their best friends. And every single problem they have with their man, they go into their mum. So now the mum is overly involved in the relationship. And now she watching your man out.
Yeah.
Because...
And she dropping a word here and there.
And a side eye and a shups. And then some they say, why you don't get rid of that waste, man?
Yeah.
But we have the meddlesome mothers with the sons for sure. But we certainly have dynamics, I think, as Caribbean women as well.
Yes.
Where the blur between mother and friend
sometimes
is like, I can't see. Like, my glass is thick. It just, it's frustrating because I've seen the both sides of it in terms of the daughter contributing and the parents contributing.
Yeah.
But it comes a point when you reach a maturity in your relationship, and I don't mean maturity in yourself. I mean the relationship has matured to a point where you start looking at this person as your family, and you have to make these hard decisions on your own. Until when you and your partner going through your rough patches, you don't need to run to mommy to talk about it. We're not in primary school, we're in secondary school, in uni. You're grown. You have to be able to
go to your
use
partner.
your own critical thinking, pray about it, talk to your partner, and be like, this happened, this hurt my feelings, this is why, this is how we could handle it better going forward. But you don't need to call daddy, call mommy to be like, you know what he did to me, and what do I do now? Then how do you expect them to remove themselves and treat you as an adult when you still run to them? Like the child that they already see you as. Like, it's not.
And also that will erode that would erode boundaries if it was even set, because then you'd be like, you give them so much freedom into all the communications and knowledge and everything, that they know what's going on in your relationship, that they would feel like they have that privilege, and that at that point where it's almost like social media and these couples that have everything on social media, right? Where all the eyes are on that, everybody now has an opinion. Everybody now has an input and an injection into what's going on into your relationship. Until it's done, then they stick it off. But, it's like that kind of, you give up your control over your own relationship when you do that, because then they will think, well, you're done sharing everything with me, so, and you want to fix it, let me tell you, and then is that the best advice or the best? Because they're not you. Your parent is not you.
That's right.
And your parent is not your spouse. You understand? So most times, no matter how much you look like your family, your insides could be different. Your mind would be different. And even the choices, because there's a lot of single moms out there, single fathers or whatever, that really, sorry, but in a way, or they're in like a kind of, you could see the toxic kind of traits and the communication styles and stuff. And I'm like, it would be just, who are you to give me advice at this point? If I am trying to, and I'm saying me as the person who may be in that position kind of thing, that you're trying to break generational curses, or you're trying to be the one to do things different and this kind of way, then why would you take an approach that is not what was done all the time?
I think, like I say, because life, we can't control life.
No, you can't.
We learning how to deal with it and mature and all of that. I think it's good with, again, self-awareness.
Yeah.
When you notice there's a problem, and you're able now to adapt and grow and change, because how I was before is definitely different now because of grace.
Yeah.
But it's sad when those who have that time, like, okay, you're there and you're sharing, oversharing and stuff like that, to now learn, okay, actually this is not going to be really healthy for my marriage or my relationship. For those who don't do that, but then want their partner now to force themselves to fit into old mold, you are killing the beauty and the fruitfulness of your situation, and that's actually against God. So that's why I say it's an uncomfortable thing. This is an uncomfortable situation, but it's actually a blessing in disguise, because it has to be dealt with, especially in the Caribbean. Like I said, we have to, again, it's not about disrespect, it's not about love and being there for your child, no matter who. I will always say that my child is my child till I die. But if I am unrealistic to think that I could approach them the same way when they were small, no, that in itself will stifle and kill the spirit of my own child that I claim to love. So part of it is like pruning a tree to bear fruit. You have to cut off some stuff sometimes. It's just life.
You know? What you think about when the parents or your partner's parents flat out does not like you, and it's very obvious that they don't approve of you and they don't approve of the relationship?
I don't stick around. And I think I don't stick around because I feel like with men, they value their mom's opinion quite a lot.
Yes, they do, even when it's wrong.
Even when it's wrong. Like, I've been in situations or dynamics where we weren't even like officially together, but I knew his mother did not like me. Like, the mere fact that I was an actor, I had done my master's in acting, did not matter to her at all. You were an artist, I was a no. And from the time
triggered,
from the time I would enter his house, she would make herself scarce. And when she was forced to be in the same room with me, I'd be making conversations, and she was clipped.
Wow.
Like, and it was always in a very condescending way.
Ruby, like, we live the same life.
When you tell me your stories, that's be like, I get it. I get it. Because she would always be like, so what are you doing now? She's washing dishes, and she's like, so what are you doing now? You know, with your days.
What are you up to now? Oh my God.
What do you have on the table next? Well, you know, how long is that career? You know.
I never put down Crystal. I feel like
I used to be like, well, you know, Cecilia Tyson, she's in her 90s and she's still acting. So it doesn't really matter how old I am. It's like, so you plan to stay in Trinidad and do that?
That's the number one question.
You know, I could go anywhere and do it realistically. She's like, oh, well, that's nice.
It's always
and it's
nice.
like she wanted to choke on her breath saying nice.
Oh my God.
But it didn't work out, obviously. And eventually I started to become, you know, less and less invited to things. And I just kind of realized, like, the friends started treating me differently as well. And I was like, this gives me the ick. Bye.
I feel like we live the same life because that exact same scenario I've experienced. I will say that was my only experience with that type of thing. Because I'm proud to say parents love me. Parents love me. They find me adorable. You know what I mean? However, that particular situation, remember that time I told you all about the story where the first impression was where...
If you don't know what we're talking about, go to the very first episode.
The very
season 3.
Yes. Right? And the first impression was not the best one because I was forced into a situation where I was not looking my best. We were supposed to be going home, but he needed to take a quick pit stop by the mom. And her first impression seeing me was quite poor.
Right.
So fast forward, you know, another time, you know, we're talking. She and her whole educated son with his big job and this and that, whatever the case may be, proceed. And then me, an artist like Ruby, a singer, right? So you sing?
Not the look of disgust.
Yeah, I know,
Very
right?
much the look of disgust. I'm like, yeah, I'm a traveling artist. That's what I do for work and blah, 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 blah. All right, cool. So where is there to go from there? You know? In other words, not this loser coming to bamboozle my whole son who I work so hard to, to educate and artist. You know what I mean? It was frowned upon. That I've never felt so small in that moment. Listen, anywhere else than in that moment. And that was the beginning of a long list of things where, and at first, I mean, it really did affect me.
Of course.
But, I'm a kind of girl I ready to run.
Yeah.
I've been told before, Crystal, once you sniff something, you put on your running shoes and you run, But I feel like, yes, I did run. And there was a point in time where I will take responsibility for certain things that went down in that particular relationship. But that situation with the mom was a huge part of that decision. You know what I mean? And it just was not easy. I suppose I was somebody she could not brag about her son dating or whatever. She was just completely unimpressed by me, my presence. Yeah, it was not happening. And it was when I noticed the difference, that shift we were talking about before. And then this person that I was dating is a strong-minded fellow.
Right.
So, it didn't really, at least my impression of him, he didn't have to ask too many people. Some weak people, they need to go, Ruby, what you think of this? Sam, what you think of this? Before they make a decision. Yeah. No, a man, he will make his decision based on his own, because that's what he does.
Yeah.
But when I realized that this guy is like, okay, mom don't like her. Wow. Let me ask my friend how they feel. This one, how they feel. That one. I'm like, dude, you really had to get confirmation and validation from other people to figure out how you feel about me. That's in my mind, bye. I started to do stuff to mess up the relationship and stuff. It, how I went about it, I admit was not great, but these things and more really started indirectly and subconsciously giving me a vibe where, okay, why should I care about this at this point? It's not gonna go anywhere. All this effort and time for what? Nothing. Yeah, let me just run before and end it before it end me. You know what I mean? Understood. And that's how that went.
I remember my first boyfriend. I was like 12, 2 years, all over the phone. Teenage love, right? But I remember it was a group of friends, and we used to go down by him and play game and stuff in my like I now turned 12, 13, something so. And so his mom apparently just looked at him dead ass and was just like, she's gonna break your heart.
Mom has trauma.
So I was like, oh wow, your mom said that? And she's like, yeah. So I was like, oh, but every week I in mom's house, right? Like we all playing game, we there anyway, hanging out. So, but I feel like, it's not that she didn't like me. She just didn't like me for her son.
Just
kind of thing. It was something like that. Like
sometimes pretty privilege isn't
it's
beneficial.
not privilege. It's not a privilege, But I was just like, but I'm different, right? I'm just like, okay. Well, if it don't work out, you were warned. I suppose you should be a little prepared for that, or your mom could just turn out to be wrong, I mean, obviously it did not work out, but
I feel too like when the relationship ends, I do feel like the parent wins in that regard, and it brings me back to thinking, okay, the enmeshment of a parent and the child. You know what I mean? That comes into play, because if your parents didn't raise you to be an independent-minded person where you can make your own decisions, well-informed, critical decisions, then they raised you to be dependent on them, and what they think. And I find that to be quite sad.
Yes.
And I will speak about myself in this regard. My father, right? Don't get involved in my romantic relationships. since you know what I mean?
Well, most fathers don't want to
Guys are
even
like
know
that.
their
No,
parents.
but all I
But
have
most
is
fathers
my-
don't want to know their daughters'
No,
dates and
no,
that thing.
my father wants to know because, guys, again, my relationship with my dad
Yes,
is
you're
not
quite close.
It's,
Yes.
it's different. He is mother and father,
Yes.
right? So he is involved in every aspect of my life, but my father never encroached on me
Yeah.
in terms of how I should or shouldn't treat with a relationship. I remember my first, one of my relationships, and my dad hadn't met them up until that point. And they called on the phone. My father answered. Just that one thing, hi, can I speak to Crystal? That's all my dad needed to hear. And when I took the phone, he said, that fella too weak for you, eh? And that was that.
That was it. Nothing
You
else.
understand? Now, mind you, I am a strong-willed person, so I still went and see.
Yeah.
My dad was right.
Yeah.
In the long run. 3
Yeah.
years later, I realized, okay, my father's a boss. Like that. But not harping on that. My point is, my dad will see something going on, and trust me, he saw some things. My father never once tried to influence my how I treat with someone in a relationship ever. But what I did experience is someone after the fact and things separated and stuff, I realized that they were reaching out to my father.
Wow.
You know, and something my dad had said, this was years later, and I'm like, you still talk to so-and-so? Listen. And my dad was like, yeah, he's called from time to time. For what?
Literally.
To see how things going and, you know, check on me. I'm like, whoa. Listen, I laid it down. I was like, if you don't want to see me turn beast, I'm like, you know. But at the end of the day, it wasn't my dad doing the reaching out. It was them.
Yeah.
You know, because my dad is a nice guy. You know, he's easy to talk to and that kind of thing. But listen, to this day, I do regular check-ins. Did such and such still call?
Yeah.
Did he call? When last you spoke to him? Don't call my father, please. Don't call my father.
No, as you're speaking,
We done.
I like the communication part of it because warnings are good.
Yeah.
If my mom sends something and she just give a quick warning, but that's different to infiltrating or trying to control. Like I want anybody, parent, anybody, you be real with me. I love that. But there's a difference again between control and love.
Yeah.
Love is different.
Completely.
Yeah, so that's all.
Completely. And I
Mothers
think,
in law, boy.
I know I did mention something, and I just want to make sure I should share the balance of it about, you know, you run into mommy and daddy, and for everybody to solve your problems for you, and making sure you make that boundary clear between parent and friend. But you should never double guess if you could go to your parent for advice.
Yeah.
Not saying that.
No.
What I'm saying is everything, boy.
That's different.
You have to be able to do some critical thinking on your own.
Yep.
Analyze the situation. Is this something you genuinely need your parents involved in, or is this something you just need a day or two to think about on your own? Like, if your parent was in another country and Wi-Fi breakdown or you lost current that day, is this something you could have figured out on your own? And if the answer is yes, you probably don't actually need to get your parents involved. Also ask the question, is this going to change the way my parent perceives my partner? Especially after we fix things.
Yes. You see when things fix, like sometimes it's hard for people to forget. Next thing you know, it reach that it does go all the way, or this turns out to be your forever person.
Yeah.
And you stand up in speeches at the wedding and something back then come up.
And then you see
because
your whole
everybody don't know.
Hey.
I think that's something I can actually relate to in a weird way, because my family being artists and stuff like that, they're real cool. Sometimes we could really kind of intermingle a little too much sometimes. You know, I love you guys. But on a whole, they're very loving.
Yeah.
But to see persons who probably don't even have that, and then how like extra isolated that they are, and they can't let this person know, and all kind of gossip and all that.
Yeah.
That was real difficult for me, because I was like, families just really be like that, but you're really going through that. And
normal.
Yeah. So now I'm trying to differentiate between, okay, what is probably toxic in terms of my circle at least, and work on those little tidbits.
Yes.
But I'm glad for overall my family has my back, they love me, thing, you know. And even if I fault in terms of how I start out doing something, once I perceive what I need to do to change, I only ball.
Absolutely.
I'm just going to jump to the chat quickly
Yes.
before we start looking at signs that your parents might be meddling with your relationship and how to kind of change that behavior dynamic. So we go back to Nina Neens. She said,
"Hi, Auntie Neens."
Also, I once had an ex who I wanted to break up with, but couldn't leave his family. So I stayed longer than I probably needed to.
Oh, dear.
I've been there. I don't know about everybody else, but I've been there.
Yeah.
Same one who said, he's never had somebody completely love him, so you need to be there for him.
Of course, no.
Crystal like bolt, yes? She got
The minute you start to put pressure on me to love your son, ma'am, I am gone. Don't talk.
I'm
You
not
don't
you.
need to beg me to love
I
your
am not
son.
you.
Because first of all,
You should have done your work.
we're not the same, right? You are his mother, and
Yeah.
I am the person that sleeps next to him every
Yes.
night. I am not trying to mother your son,
Yeah.
so I'm not taking up that mantle,
No.
ma'am.
Yeah, you should have done your
Right?
works,
And-
ma'am.
Lendell said,
Sorry.
shaping a good relationship requires sound and peace of mind state, but often the opposite happens. They feed lies to make you look bad, so their son looks like the right one. That is a
Oh
fact.
dear.
He said, letting your parents know that you love your partner very much and will only ask for advice when needed and put your foot down before it gets worse. Do it in a respectful
Do
way.
it, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Neen said, not everyone has the bravado to do that, Lendell, but yes, taking a stance in a respectful manner should the court should
Well, yeah, I think I understand what she's trying to say. But
Yeah,
course of
right.
action. Should affect the course of action. I think parents respect you more in the long run, though they don't like it. I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I love it.
And it's
Yes.
not to say like you need to burn to learn necessarily, but just the mere fact that you're even confident and comfortable enough to set the boundary, they respect that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lana said, oh yes, Neens. He also said, oh yes, Ruby, that is the worst statement you can hear from any parents. They try to belittle you. Have you thinking, is this relationship worth it? Exactly that.
Indeed.
Speaking from his feelings, man.
Correct.
Yes, I. So, go ahead, Ruth.
I was just gonna say a few things you might want to pay attention to.
Right, quickly. So, guys, if you're just joining us, of course, we're
Yes.
talking about is your parents meddling in your relationship? And we just got through our own individual experiences. I mean, we know you guys would have had to, so feel free to share if you so desire. But right about now, we're going to get into some of the signs that we need to recognize.
Yeah.
Just to bring some awareness now,
Yeah.
because sometimes, things can
You
be
may
missed.
not know. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right?
So 6 signs to your in-laws or your parents.
What's one that you like, Rubes?
Well, let me tell you, the first one that stood out to me was actually the fact that your partner agrees with your parents before even consulting with you.
You like making decisions.
Like actual family decisions.
No,
with the
that's a
parents
no-no.
before even consulting. If you are my husband or I am your wife and I made a decision for our marriage dynamic with my parents.
Our family.
Yeah. Like we planning for a trip and then you decide your mom is coming, but all you didn't tell me.
Yeah,
You see that?
No,
Or you can go together, sleep in the same hotel room too.
Nope.
A mother-in-law will have real problems with me. A meddling mother-in-law would have, I already let you know, mother-in-law, if you're out there, you're going to have issues with me. Just save yourself the trouble and do not meddle.
Or
Right?
even something like, it could be really simple. We could be going for dinner as a family. You might be spending time with your mom. I come in to meet up with y'all. And when I'm on the way, I find out y'all not at the same restaurant that we all agreed on.
Yeah.
You and your mom gone somewhere else. And you
Neglected to tell you.
You are the last to know. That is crazy.
Okay, that I gone. I
makes for a good
I go in
movie.
for everything.
That would have been good.
I'm looking for reasons to go.
I would have eaten at our restaurant by myself.
That is a big one though, Rubes. You really think that's
Wow.
because how could the partner? I wouldn't even be mad at the mom at that point. I would be mad at the
The partner,
significant
yeah.
other because
It's
you
supposed
actually
it makes me feel like you so coward to tell your mommy she already on her way, so let's wait, or let me give her a call, or let's see what Ruby thinks.
Yeah.
You're so coward, boy.
I wanna point out. I feel like it's important to mention here. I don't have an issue with mama's boys. Right? I will say that out front because as somebody who was raised by their dad, I am all about my dad. And quite frankly, if I'm in a relationship and my father needs me for something, know any type of individual that my dad is who would never meddle, if he calls me for something, it's important.
Yeah.
I'm going to be
For
there.
sure, for
So with regard to men and their moms, I find that relationship dynamic adorable, especially if it's a healthy interaction. And I am all about parents first, you see, because with even my dad, like they take care of their parents and his parents up until they pass, and then his wife's parents. You know what I mean? That's a thing, and I look at that, and I've always been inspired by that. So in my own relationship, I feel like the parents come first because they're getting down in age, they're getting old, they're gonna need us more, and it's not easy to see your parents growing old because then you have to think about death and they're not gonna be around anymore. So if you're with me and you know moms need you, like go see about your mother, and come back. Mom comes first. That's the school of thought that I come from. However, you're going to know if it's toxic. You're going to know if they're doing it on purpose. There's always going to be that je ne sais quoi that informs you, okay, this woman not on me and she's trying to manipulate her son. So yes. And in that regard, you know, draw all the boundaries you want to draw, you know, but I just wanted to make a pertinent point that I don't find anything wrong with mama's boys. They love their moms.
Yeah, that's fine.
At the end of the day, they love their moms because they saw their moms sacrifice, raise them on their own. Mostly mama's boys come from single parent homes. You know what I mean? And I respect that, and I get that coming from a single parent home myself. You know, because I'm a daddy's girl. How I gonna fault a mama's boy? You know what I mean? So I just want people to know that this is
a very rare thing.
Love you, mom.
Yes, so it is not really about that, or we're not man bashing, so to speak, because most of this stems with, as we said earlier, men and their moms. It's more prevalent between men and their moms, meddling parents, meddling moms, etc. But this is not about mama's boys, right? This is about obvious scenarios where a mother is using manipulation to basically control her son's relationship.
I have a question. What y'all think about emotional blackmail? Because when it comes to, like,
The
for instance, okay, so you could have something that you had to do, whatever, and then there's the emotional guilt in you to do what
So
they
you
want.
can come and do this for your mother, boy.
Good mother. You know how much I sacrifice for you.
Right.
For 9 months. Now, I carry you. And you're going to put me last, so nobody care about me. Nobody care about me. Right?
Oh, dear.
So that is a hard one, you know.
Yeah. But it I mean, tied into that, I think, would be a certain sense of that guilt that comes with that, where they feel guilty to even put their needs before their parents sometimes, and then they have it's so hard to say no to their parents, and that when they actually do, they feel so much guilt that whatever you were doing together is affected because now you're sitting in their guilt and their emotions with them about how they felt about having to say no to
and
their
that
parents.
one no results in a month or two of not talking, the silent treatment, right?
It's a lot.
The stonewalling, all these things, you know what I mean, from the parent to the child. It's a stressful thing. So I get it, like from the son's perspective, you know, if I tell my mom no now, I had to deal with, you know, she not talking to me, or I don't know how she's doing. I have anxiety. She don't check in because she's alone. And it's just a whole spiral. You know what I mean? I feel like, too, one of the signs is when the parent makes every milestone stressful, right? So maybe an anniversary is coming up, or birthday is coming up, or something that is of significance in the family dynamic. And now that the son or Mother's Day is coming up, and she's used to the son making a big hullabaloo, coming over, doing breakfast and gifts and this and that. But maybe now the son is married with a kid and is paying that attention to his wife because the wife is now a mother. Mommy feels left out. You know what I mean? So she acts up and she makes this big hullabaloo about paying her attention. You know, the birthday is coming up, and it's a big stressful ordeal for a party or this or that. And it's
or even when it comes to
mother-in-law from Hellboy
and parents who you know, they financially contribute to the wedding.
Oh,
and they
yeah.
make the wedding about what they want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is, yeah. And even as she was talking about the special moments, I thought about when they sabotage those special moments. So, for instance,
Yeah.
you know, you have
Oh,
like
gosh.
you go to a restaurant, you go somewhere, and it's supposed to be a joyful experience, but then they ruin it.
Yeah.
It's just no matter what, everything is just ruined all the time. Something is just wrong.
About them. They spin it about them and to say
You can't, you want to create a good memory for yourself, and
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
just ruined.
They
Yes.
ruin it because at the end of the day, it's always an underlying factor. And the
Yeah.
underlying factor is almost always, I am losing or have lost my
Yes.
son.
Yep.
Yes.
But that's what I'm saying. It's about them.
Yeah.
So now again, there's a difference because everybody is human and we feel things and we could communicate through that. That's fine.
Yeah.
If you feel in a certain way, don't pretend. We will work it through. That's
Yeah.
okay because we feel things all the time that not necessarily right.
Yeah,
Correct.
exactly.
I mean, feelings
Right?
aren't
Feelings
necessarily
are-
fact.
Yeah, exactly.
So discuss through it, but it doesn't give you the right to make it seem like it is the right thing to do and then ruin a potentially good thing. No.
100%.
How about when
100%.
you feel insecure around them
Ooh.
all the time? You know, and of course they put you in that position. It's because like Ruby, okay, that's what you're wearing to go today, or
Yeah.
you're leaving
I
it
am the
there
wrong
like that.
one.
I
I'm
was,
sorry.
Ooh, the same
know?
one who I was
I
talking
am
about
the
when the
wrong
parents was
one.
like, oh, so what are you doing now?
Yeah.
I would never. Quick story. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
The four of us, we're gonna go out for a get to know each other better dinner.
Right.
And it was him, his
You're real
parents, and
posh
I,
people,
right?
boy. Sound like posh people behave.
Picks me up, boom, boom, zoom, 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 drive down to the parents' house, ting, ting, come out the car, and I am like, got my face professionally done by a makeup artist.
Wow.
Right? Went and did my hair, I was looking cute. And they're like, they get in the car, and they're like, oh, you smell so good, da, 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 da. And they're like, so you're gonna pass by me first for to change?
You lie.
And my heart went,
Wow.
and he and I both looked at each other like,
This happened.
Like, did she just say
What
that?
did he say?
Yeah.
What did he say?
he got, well, for one, he got real quiet, so I guess he was waiting for me, so I answered. And I was like, you don't like my outfit, auntie?
Yeah, well, no. Diffuse
And
one
she was
time.
like, I don't know if it's like necessarily appropriate. You look nice,
dear.
but if that's what you want to wear, you look nice.
Do they have a daughter?
Knowing
Does she have
me,
a daughter?
I squeezed his hand, and his fingers did this. So I'm squeezing like that.
Yeah.
His fingers were like,
Oh shit! He didn't squeeze back.
and I just did this.
Wow.
And pulled my hand back, and I said,
sad, yeah.
Ruby girl, go in your house.
Go in your place.
Dropped you off.
Go away and love.
I looked real good.
Wow.
Dang, too
I
bad she
ate
can see that.
up.
This
I am
is
the
the
worst. I can't. Like, but again, I'm a
This is a
different
form
kind of
of
person. You see
this is a
that?
form of enmeshment because
Yes.
that is a perfect example
Yes.
of your
Well, that is-
your
yeah.
boyfriend not speaking
Be
up
up.
and letting her know, mom, that you don't find that a
Exactly.
little bit inappropriate.
Yeah.
I find that when you ask someone a question rather than tell them what they're doing
Yeah.
wrong, it
condescending a
it causes them to analyze themselves faster.
Okay.
So when you
okay.
say something, if you were to say, Mom, I find that was real inappropriate, it then puts her on the defensive.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, well, I didn't mean anything by it. da, 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 da," and she
Yeah.
starts justifying her
Right.
behavior, even though she knows it's wrong. However, if he was to just say, because he doesn't want to disrespect his mom, so all he had to say was, Mom, did you find that appropriate? Was that an appropriate thing for you to say
Yeah.
at this point in time?
Yeah.
And because he's asking her a question, it leaves her now to come
Yeah.
up with the answer.
Correct.
Conviction.
You know what I mean?
You put on the spot. Or even
Yeah.
if you had just in that moment given reassurance to me, and in reassuring me, let his parents know, hey, this is my girl, this is my woman. To even just say, Rubes, I think you look lovely.
Yes.
beautiful.
Even
Yeah.
that man.
We're not, you're coming out. We're not going
That
to
reminds me of
things.
the other one in terms of being overcritical.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, constructive criticism is one thing. Timing is another thing. Like, there's a way that could have been. Yes,
Yeah, that's a form of enmeshment because part of enmeshment is not being able to prioritize you in front of the parents.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That
Okay.
was a perfect example for him to be like, well, who cares? This is my woman. I like how she's looking.
Yeah.
She likes how she's looking. Let's move
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah.
Reaffirm.
But then
Yes.
also there's the age group of the boy. You know, because is he a man yet? Or is he still a boy? Is he also like, has he started to test those boundaries with the parents and stuff? You know, that kind of thing. Because boys become men much later than women, you know, tend to know themselves and stuff like that sometimes.
Even with that situation, if it is okay, that already happened. But if you had just hold a hand and
Yes,
steady there,
just squeeze
should
through
have
like,
all he
oh
have to do
my
is squeeze
God.
back a hand.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just squeeze
but
back.
just add to what was already happening.
Yes.
Like a gut reaction.
Yes.
Yes.
It was to squeeze your hand too and be like, we're in this together.
He gave you a limp hand.
Yes.
That is the
it
worst. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
right? So when you find like your partner, you don't know where he ends and the parent begins.
Oh yeah,
It's like there's the same damn person, and everything, no matter what y'all could be talking about. I don't know. World War One.
Yeah.
Well, mommy and I did. Oh, my mother tell me this thing once. Oh, everything. Or his day
How I
starts
am with movies.
With mommy. His day starts and ends with mommy.
I would tread out there, right? If that's just the start of it, okay, I would tread with you. But you had to go from that.
Yes,
I cannot
if
see
it's not
myself
stubborn.
throughout my entire life, because if I am changing,
Yeah.
come now meet me halfway.
And girls
I'll
too, you know,
outgrow you.
like y'all mentioned, besties with mom. I mean,
Yeah.
mommy's cool. We have a
cool.
great relationship,
Yeah.
but you don't know where I end and mommy begins.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
You know,
boy.
which I try to have a conversation with you and you're like, oh, that reminds me of
my
when
mom. Everything
oh my
well,
gosh.
when mommy and then they start calling her. Let's say her name is Sharon. Well, you know Sharon.
Yeah.
So Sharon,
Not
right,
Sharon.
and then they drift off and dissociate from the conversation, and you know they reflected on the story. of
Yes,
Sharon.
yes.
And you're like,
And they lost them to Sharon. Come back.
Nah, boy. Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
It's a lot. All right?
oh my gosh.
And one thing that I can't stand, it's a huge turn off, again, with the enmeshment with the parents. The man in all the time, you know, or the woman in all the time when you're alone. When you're alone, man is man, woman
Yes,
is woman.
yes.
Things good. But the
Soon as mommy
minute
reach.
mommy reaching, you turn into a
That's
10-year-old.
Yes.
Oh.
Your child again.
Give me
Yeah.
sick. That's my little baby. Big hug for this
Yeah.
grown man that you've been dealing with, you
Yeah.
know. Big hug and kiss. But it's not so much the hug and the kiss. It's the manner of the
Of
hug
it,
and the
yeah.
kiss. It's like she
my
kissing a
little
toddler.
boy.
Yeah, but even if that's done, it's one thing for that to be done. It's the next thing for the child, right? And now embody child.
That's
That'd
it for me.
That'd be like, oh God,
Because
moms.
I am like my mom too, like the child.
You know, they'd be like, oh
Oh,
God.
you know, I have no filter. I would be like, all that's left now is for her to pop out a tit. It's feeding time.
I actually don't mind a partner, and this is might be controversial. to say.
Yeah.
I don't mind a partner who's like huggy with his mom.
Yeah, that's
No,
cute.
it's not
I thought
huggy.
it's cute.
Go ahead,
I know what you mean. But just see if mom ask it. Let's something as simple as this. If mom come and ask you, you know, I'll go down and cook now. What you want? What you want? You know? Okay, cool. Mommy cook, no problem. But you out there lying on the couch like, yes, please, mommy. I would actually get the utmost ick. Like, why you enter a child's voice? Why are you a grown man talking like you're 6? Why you acting like if you took a sick day off from school that you wasn't supposed to take and you're afraid to get caught?
Yes.
What's happening?
Yes.
No,
Like
I
it's a
don't
no.
mind.
It's a very no.
You know, it must be
And
nice.
the pinching of the cheeks.
Oh.
When it's, my little baby. Yes, you love your son. We get it.
No,
But
I'm
oh
not
gosh.
ashamed. My face
He's
so
a
high.
man now.
I would actually stand up behind you like this. Like, what's happening?
I would laugh. Like, I'm an inappropriate laugher, so I would laugh real hard.
I say, I am just, I'm not down for the extremes. I don't mind certain things. There are things I will think for, but You see the extremes. Sorry, my stomach can't.
Me
And if I feeling how about you, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, I love to see when parents are affectionate with their children. I love to see that no matter the age, you're still mommy's, daddy's little girl or boy.
don't
That's
mind
gonna
that.
happen. That's natural.
Yeah,
but
the other
that is that happens when your parents catch you vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it can be all the time.
time.
From the time you're walking, every single time you're walking, or
I live in
leaving
mind that
or
I
whatever.
just don't feel like you should
It's-
need to resort to being or acting like a child again.
Yeah.
Like it's really that for me that infantilizing, if that's
Yeah.
a word.
Yes.
I'm gonna make it up if it isn't a word.
Yeah.
It's a word.
It should be.
It's a word. It's a word. You're safe. It's safe.
It should be.
Safe. Yeah.
Because I'm 29. You know, I'm not really that old compared to other people, but like I feel like I
Trenching
live
hair
some
on.
life. No. I just feel like if I say I'm 29, I've lived a life, and somebody's out there like, oh, you're a little girl. I'm gonna be like, okay, let me just give you the little preface as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if I'm dating someone who's in their 30s or entering their 40s, I'm not trying to see a man that I look up to as my partner, as like my king, my leader, my
Leader,
my
keyword.
teammate, you know? And then we come to your parents' home and I'm looking at a child.
Yeah.
Like this,
Yeah.
this 40-something-year-old man just crumpled up like a child. Like, and it's not. It's one thing if like it's from a place of comfort of like, you know, something big major happened and you're just so relieved to see your parents again. You haven't been together for a while. It's been years since you see. I get that. But every weekend you want to go by mommy and you acting like you are 5. All you didn't do is suck your thumb.
Yeah.
I can't do
No.
it.
Yes.
But, you know, it's tricky because in this economy, a lot of people some people are starting over and all these different dynamics that people end up living back by their parents and stuff. And, you know, you spend 1 month, 2 months, because this happened to me when I moved back home. It just happens. You just feel like a child again once you're by your parents.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's the rules that apply that make you become a child again.
You know, it's interesting
You know?
you said that. I also feel like finding ways to even juggle with those boundaries.
Yes.
That's where you have to
Yes.
I live with my mom again after not living with my mom for 4 years. And then I came back home, moved out, came back home again.
Yeah.
And there are times when my mom would just be like, but you're a grown woman, go on.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's really on the parent. It's really on the parent to see the child as the adult they have become.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't living with you for so long. I'm still surviving. How do you think?
If I ever reach a point where I try to slip back into that behavior, she'd be like, Mom, you're working?
Yeah.
You lived on your own end?
Yeah.
You have a brain end?
I will say,
Get it together.
I will say that though my dad never infiltrates my romantic relationships ever, I will say that in other aspects of my life, he just can't help but treat me like a 10-year-old. Case in point, most recent case in point, when I had to go pick back up my car. Right? And he's there ting-tinging with the mechanic and getting the, you know, finding out, well, what went wrong. He even asked him a couple questions about his own car at the mechanic and whatnot. And my dad is trying to drill it in my head that I need to learn more about my car so that, you know, I can be independent. And I'm like, I don't have the bandwidth for it. So I'm going to just call you or the mechanic or whoever is available.
Yes.
I was like,
Correct.
that is a man, that's what men's supposed to do. I don't want to deal with no cars. I don't feel like I need to learn about no cars. You know? Time to pay the mechanic, right? And my dad is like, I tell her she needs to learn about this car, you know, because the mechanic stands up there telling me what he did with the engine, blah, 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 blah.
Don't care.
No, I did understand to a certain degree because I had been communicating with him. So I did understand to a certain degree. But then my dad was like, he felt the need to just, I told her she needs to learn about this car. So, and he pointed the finger so that she could, you know, she could know what she's about. No one could bamboozle her head or overcharge her. And it's not so much what he was saying because he always makes sense, but it's the manner, it's the delivery. I'm looking at the mechanic, Trini mechanic, big up Trini mechanic, best mechanic in Trinidad, and just a Trini mechanic. You're like, what? I know, feeling so shame. I was like, my dad still thinks I'm 10. Sorry. You know? And then this was Trini mechanic. Right. I get it now. And I'm like, my father. That's why when I'm around, I have to preface it. I have to like, Daddy, Okay,
Come on.
this is a such and such environment,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So I
Oh my
had to
God.
prep him.
I
Like,
know
don't
that.
talk to me
I
like I'm a
cannot take
child
my parents
in front of
anywhere.
these people. You know
I
what I
can't
mean?
take my parents
Father,
anywhere.
did I lie?
I am
No.
very sorry. I cannot take my parents anywhere. My
You going out with
father,
like that?
my father would always be. I remember AFTT screening of the film. Took my father. I mean, he was
we have
slightly
two
thick. We
conversations
have to
going
go-
on.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was saying AFTT. My film screened at AFTT in 2023,
Right.
and so I took my father to go and see with me and stuff. Right. After the show, right, my father meets people. My father's. I honestly think he's under socialized. Sorry, Dad. You need to get out and talk to people
Bless
more.
him.
Right. Bless his heart. Did the very thing of, well, you know, since Samara was small, she always wanted to do this. And I tell her that, yeah, she just be on all them TV thing. And I'm like, Daddy, these people are not your friends. They're not my friends. This is a professional setting. Let us go. Before you go and say anything else like these are my friends' parents. Because you know, when your parents get with your friends' parents, they both bad talking you together.
so
You know,
my
like that is
gosh.
just what parents is do.
Did you
Complain
just hear
about
like
you.
a flag go up as well? Like
Yes.
the parents who bad talk their children with the girlfriend or the boyfriend.
Oh
Like,
my
that's the
gosh.
first thing I just
Really? People do that?
Thank God, and not my personal
they make
experience.
jokes
Oh gosh,
at your
no.
expense.
No.
You'll never experience that.
I don't know. I
Where
don't
you're-
know. I guess I
Oh,
wasn't
eating
wrong. I probably wasn't
Eating
wrong for it to
upstairs.
really happen.
I better not experience it.
No,
I don't
Because
know.
you wouldn't hear the end of it.
I've had parents try to put their child down with me in jest.
No, that's
and
not
I
okay.
am somebody who is like, if I don't like when people make jokes about me and like out for my back.
Yeah.
Like, you could bond with somebody by not trying to bully me.
Yes, facts.
And a lot of times when I notice that that parent is trying to bond with me in that way, normally as the relationship progresses, my partner has severe confidence issues, anxiety when it comes to conflict, and has extreme trouble setting boundaries with that same parent.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
That's not okay.
No, it's not.
So I think
I
guys,
said that. That's what.
Yeah,
I think we've more or less covered it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to add, right? So to all the parents on both the man and woman side, this is how important your role is. You know,
Yes,
like
100%.
you could. I mean, people are going to have whatever relationship that they have. They are responsible for that. But these added pressures could really just make it even worse. So you know, you. I hope that you would learn from this and just find a way to be a parent to your child, but also know that you're an adult and there's some decisions that you'll have to make, good, bad, or the ugly, and be there for them in spurts.
Yes, yes,
in spurts.
Sporadically.
Yeah.
Indeed. So I think that's a nice place to stop and end the conversation. If you're just joining us, we were talking about parents who meddle in their kids' relationships. Is your parent meddling in your relationship? If you missed it, you know what to do. Go back and watch. You could always watch the playback.
That's right.
All right. But we covered things like, making big decisions with the parents without consulting you, right? And it's decisions that would affect your relationship and yourself. You know what I mean? You drop everything for the parents, and you drop it of a hat, even when you have plans or you have something significant to do with you. He's dropping it all for the parents, etc. You know, they make things difficult in general, especially milestones. You know, it feels like if your partner is a child when the parents is when the parent is around, they go back to being a child. They feel like they morph into a kid again and not your spouse. You know, the parent gossips, bad talks you and many others, right, in the family, and of course just a general feeling of insecurity around this person because you don't feel that warmth and that what's the word? Acceptance. You don't feel welcomed by them. So these are just 6 ways that you could tell that you might have a meddlesome parents or in-law, so to speak. Yeah. But I think
I'm just gonna go to the chat quick.
Yes.
Quick. Geronimo. Lendell said. Nina said. I feel like these parents are from Nigeria.
Ooh, good one.
She said, y'all didn't pass the lawyer, doctor, engineer test.
You are not good enough for my son. You are not good enough for my son. Oh. Are you a lawyer? Are you a doctor?
Yeah.
Are you an engineer?
Yes.
Then you are not good enough for my son. Oh. Get the head, I rebuke you. Yeah, totally.
Wow. Said, my mom's accepting you as you are.
Thanks, is that a shot? That was shot.
Teacher shot.
Shoot your shot.
Shot.
That's cute. Nina said, all of that. Emotional
All the
blackmail,
things.
also love with conditions.
Yes.
Landell boy. He didn't say boy sorry. He said, I learned a lot. Nice program.
Thank you, Landell. We're glad you enjoyed. Guys, it is a wrap for topic of the day. It was indeed a long one, but we have some time. Ruby's back.
back.
All right. Of course, topic of the day was brought to you by KFC. Finger licking good. We do have much more show for you guys, so stick around. Do not go anywhere. We will be right back.
Cue the commercials.
So new, but so radical.
New! The KFC Double Stacker Sandwich. 2 crispy chicken fillets sandwiched with barbecue sauce and cheddar cheese.
So new, so radical.
Order your Double Stacker Sandwich now via the app or KFC.com. It's finger licking good.
New Absolute Watermelon. Always in season. 100% natural watermelon flavor. 0% added sugar. Not for persons under the age of 18. Enjoy responsibly.
Them like this, KFC nuggets, back on the menu with a twist. New spicy nuggets, the dark and the dark. KFC nuggets are the best around. A spicy nuggets, the best with enough dips. No one we come test. Swear it's 100% chicken breast, and everybody else we hold second best. Back on the menu with a twist. Never had them like this. Spicy nuggets are the tastiest.
KFC chicken nuggets are back on the menu. Now you can choose between the new hot and spicy flavor or original, or mix them up starting at $24.95 only at KFC.
Baby. Oh, baby, I'm drowning in your love. Never felt a love like this before. The things that you do is never done. My darling, my baby, sugar plum. You define the meaning of your love. A blessing coming from up above. My baby, my darling, sugar plum. Love you for forever and ever. Love me up and squeeze me up, boy. You can do anything you want. You can do anything you want. Jam me up and rough me up, boy. You can do anything you want. You can do anything you want to. We are meant to be. You complete me, baby. We are meant to be. You complete me, baby. Anytime you want, boy, you can put it on me. Put it on me, yeah. Put it on me, baby. Anytime you want, boy, you can put it on me. Put it on me, yeah. Put it on me. Love me up and squeeze me up, boy. You can do anything you want. You can do anything you want. Jam me up and rough me up, boy. You can do anything you want. You can do anything you want to. Baby, I'm drowning in your love. Never felt a love like this before. The things that you do is never done. My darling, my baby, sugar plum. You define the meaning of your love. A blessing coming from up above. My baby, my darling, sugar plum. Love you for forever and ever. Baby, love me up and squeeze me up, boy. You can do anything you want. You can do anything you want. Jam me up and rough me up, boy. You can do anything you want. You can do anything you want to. Love me up and squeeze me up, boy. You can do anything you want. You can do anything you want. Jam me up and rough me up, boy. You can do anything you want. You can do anything you want to. Ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. Ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum. Baby.
Explicit, this one of them tune that is just make girl feel to stop what they doing and throw them at mom.
Show. If you're now joining us, welcome. You're a little late, and you missed the topic of the day.
Yes.
Right, but we're glad you're here.
Yes.
So still you have time to share the link if you want to come into this segment, because we have real show for you. So you missed, is your parent meddling in your relationship? That's our topic of the day, and you missed, you could go back and catch up with us, right? It was good. It was streamy. It was a good conversation. It was all good.
Indeed.
So, we're Island Girls. I'm Samara Lalu.
I'm Crystal Kane.
I'm Ruby Paris.
And I'm Talia Alexander.
So,
I love what
I know.
There,
Own
I
it,
said
girl. Own it.
And Olia, well, since you now start, you did not miss that Ruby is back.
Back with a vengeance, boy.
Back.
Ra-ta-ta-ta.
So you know we're jumping into the sip and spill.
Cheers! Where we sip
and we spill.
And of course, Sip and Spill is brought to you by
Absolute Vodka
Watermelon. Yes, I.
real good.
Yes.
F again. So here now.
Okay, are you ready? We ready?
What's going on?
Sam, you going first?
I going first?
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay. So which would you rather, right? No air condition or no deodorant?
Don't do me that.
No air. I feel like we had this before. No air condition.
Let me
No
tell
air
you why no air
condition.
condition. Air condition fairly new.
Yeah.
Right? And you're spoiled with the AC.
Yes.
But Lasco fan works
just fine.
Actually, you know what? No deodorant. You know what? I just discovered something on TikTok.
Oh, the aluminum.
We don't need deodorant. You know what we have?
We have
rubbing alcohol, boy. Did you know? Right? This is a did you know moment.
Let me know.
Did you know that if you saturate some cotton, like saturate it, soak it with rubbing alcohol, not methylated spirit, rubbing alcohol.
Okay.
And you wipe under your arm, like give it a good wipe, wet it up, let it air dry. Right. You can get 12 hours of no scent.
What? Look how I'm gonna try that.
I'm gonna try that.
I tried it. I'm
But
telling
wait,
you.
but I have a question.
And then you wipe again. So if you go, you start your day, you go into work saying you wipe it up.
Yes.
Carry a little bottle in your purse. You know what I mean? By 12 o'clock, even after 2 p.m., you smell nothing. Your armpits smell like nothing.
Wait, I'm all for the hype, right? Yes, catch me with hype, right? So I ain't for the hype,
go ahead.
right? I catch the hype, right? I want to try. But what would prolonged use do to the skin underneath your arm? Does that dry out your skin? Will that damage your follicles?
Well, it's because it is natural. You overthink it. Because, well, you can. What I find is that the rubbing alcohol just does leave a bit of a residue, but it's not as dry as the methylated spirits. I can let you know because since I found out about a month ago, and I've been doing it effectively. Effectively. That's what I'm saying.
If you're smelly and your arm's smelling earlier, you know what to
rubbing
try.
alcohol, and what you could do it in the morning, but also if you have been sweating throughout the day and you don't have time to take a bath,
you can
get
rub down
yourself
your skin.
some rubbing alcohol and wipe that stuff. What it does is it actually kills the bacteria that causes the smell, that causes the sulfurs and all of that. It literally kills it on contact.
Wow.
Matthew McConaughey does use that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, he doesn't really use it.
And that's what I mean. I have a lot of natural using people who don't want to use certain deodorants and things, and they be smelly.
Deodorant people and the natural deodorant don't be smelling cool.
Yes.
No. The natural just fall off because
or they can use the rubbing alcohol and then use the natural deodorant.
I don't know.
Just using that pure natural deodorant, it does not smell.
It's not for everybody.
No.
I also think you have to consider with your natural deodorant, check your pH
levels. Exactly, it's more to that. Yes.
You see rubbing alcohol, what Chris was saying is so right. It's going to kill that bacteria. And for all you know, it's going to balance out the pH coming out from
Genau.
Right?
Genau.
I was stunned. I was shooketh. It really does work.
I want to try
and I told my friend Sam that too, Samantha, and she tried it. I was like,
I'm gonna try it.
Now, guys, don't expect any kind of scent. You're just gonna smell like nothing. You're not gonna smell.
I want to try it.
It's not a floral scent. You're not gonna smell any kind of way. It's just gonna smell like skin.
Right.
That's it. No scent.
Well, I want to
try
that. But I need to be home.
Yeah.
To test out this. I'm going in front of people.
I just gonna walk with deodorant just in case.
Just in case. What you do is you walk around with a little spray bottle and you put the rubbing alcohol in it.
Yes.
Anytime you feel like you need a refresher, because you're going to continue to sweat during the day, especially if you're moving around, just walk with a couple pieces of cotton, a refresher, and refresh during the day.
You know, I like my DIY, right?
Yeah, pass it.
DIY wipes, guys.
I'm going to try myself.
Right.
Yeah, but they don't have rubbing alcohol in it.
No, put the DIY, so you're making your own. So you're soaking, so you put
with the
the
rubbing
wipe,
alcohol.
and then you just pour it over and have it in a sealed
thing. That works too.
Yeah, I like that.
I like my spray bottle.
I like my DIY. I'm a real DIY person,
I completely forgot what your question was.
It's your deodorant.
Yes. Oh yes. So there you go.
Yes.
Who's next?
You or me again? All right. So speech. Okay, yes, go next.
I can't with you all.
Would you rather be serenaded by a partner or have them write you a love letter?
Love letter.
Oh, I like both. Can you
I like
sing it to me
serenading
after
too.
you write it?
Someone did. So I think I don't know. Or probably I read it. But either way, we can answer it. So
I want both.
I like both.
But if I had to choose one, though.
If I have to choose one, write to me because I could have it forever.
How's it?
And because the romantic, the serenading.
I like the singing too.
Only really works if you're live in front of me. That's when it's better.
Well.
Actually, I don't want an electronic
Let's make
vision.
It interesting. You sing it and you record it and you put it on YouTube where it's forever.
All that.
You could do that, but I wouldn't feel the same about it when I'm watching it after.
If
I
you
know
sing
that.
it to me, I'm not ashamed to tell you this, your voice had to be real.
Real good.
Yeah,
You had to be a real good
and
singer.
I want it done unexpectedly at a karaoke night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? I don't want you to look at that screen once for words. Sing me a John
Just
Legend.
watching you.
Sing it directly to me.
No
I
shade.
have my besties film it.
Well, let me tell you.
Which song from John?
I had.
Which song?
All of me loves all of you. He can't be singing, I like big butts. I'm not the same.
No. So there was this one. I hope no shade to anybody, but I do distinctly remember one time. I dated a guy who he was an aspiring singer, right? So he played guitar. No, he actually wasn't that bad. He had a decent enough voice, like Ed Sheeran-ish, right?
Okay.
So basic, but it was nice, right? It was nice. So I remember like being home just ironing and stuff and just hearing strumming on the guitar and practicing on an original song. So it like semi-serenaded, I suppose. And I'm like, oh, this is nice. And I just like, this is nice. And like,
You know what's so sorry you said that.
I don't
and I'm
wanna
like,
say that.
does my situation count? But it's so bad.
Yeah.
I don't judge me, right?
You know.
So when I first started dating my guy,
Yeah.
before we became bestie boos and now where we are now,
Yeah.
Krista just released the song, I don't want a red girl in
Oh, no. I just sang that to you.
Does it count if like randomly in the middle of an argument he's like, I don't want a red girl in my life? No.
I don't know.
It counts if you enjoyed it.
If you enjoyed it.
I did.
Well, then, yes. I can see that so vibing. That is such a vibe. Like, what a way to
Bust out
cut.
laughing.
Like, exactly. What are you arguing about after
What's
that?
your feeling in your heart, girl? What's your feeling in your heart?
Hello.
Who's next?
Tals.
Tals, you have one?
No.
Oh, the question?
Oh, wait, did you answer?
So, well, I mean, it's hard between both of them. Okay, letter.
Yeah.
You know?
Letter. Maybe,
Letter.
I don't
I like
know.
this. I don't know.
I said letter, but I think I want the singing. Okay, who wants to ask the next question?
Question. What subjects, current events, and causes are you passionate about?
Oh, passionate, passion.
Hear it again.
In a positive or negative passion?
No, I didn't say it could be whatever. Just currently, what subjects, current events, and causes are you passionate about?
Child safety.
Right?
I feel like
Locking up pedophiles.
Well, yeah, that's why I put child safety too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
yeah, but I want justice.
Yeah.
I want to see the pedophiles punished.
Honestly, my answer is so heavy.
No, that's fine. Because I'm
That's
more
okay.
than one.
Speak
I
your
just
truth.
Put
The
that one.
first thing that came to mind is the Palestinian-Israeli war.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to touch too heavily on it, but it is something that I'm very, very passionate about. And then the Ukraine-Russia disturbances. But war on a whole, the uprisings that have been happening in the UK, in England.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And then what's happening, it's seeming like the US is on the brink of civil war, to be honest. But yeah, these little pockets of uprisings that aren't little at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's for the conspiracy theory episode for me.
Also, any cause that fights against sexism, racism, ageism, any form of
Isms.
The isms
I
and
get-
schisms.
any sort of social injustice, I get very passionate about.
Right.
Very, very passionate.
Yeah.
How about you?
I mean, honestly, even more so now, people really getting to know God and love, because I believe that even the inflation situation is going to be very shaking.
Yep.
So if you are investing in anything else that is temporary, that is tangible and not their maker right now, because we saw what happened with COVID, it's just a start. I think people could be, their foundation could be very shaken, and we saw how traumatic it was. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Did you catch me with that one?
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah.
Repeat.
And I'll just say this last thing here. What's your favorite way to unwind after a hectic day?
Wine.
I was waiting to answer to my mind.
Red wine.
For me,
red wine, a nice cup of
bareback, horizontal,
say less,
right? With a nice, either nice meal, a nice drink, and my favorite TV show on. Or person, or even not even my favorite person had to be quiet next to me. But TV.
I just want a nice, long, warm shower and my bed. After a hectic day, the way I put on my little socks, rub down my feet, my oils, put on my socks, get in my pajamas, get under my duvet, put the AC to 19 degrees, put on my sleep mask, and I am
good to go. Good to go.
You described my life already, so the opposite is true for me now.
Yeah.
Because I really like them kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, just I don't know, like after a day of just doing everything else professional or whatever, I want to be around like, your people or your person or whatever, and just like have nice conversation, relax, eat, chill. I don't know, like just the people thing for me.
Big up you. I was like that before. But no,
you people in well.
Yes, people in right relax.
I need to recharge.
I got people so much no more now. I don't know how I used to do it.
I like it.
All right, so who's next? Let me make this one count. Who's next? Is it me?
Did you even answer?
Yeah, I wanna ask two.
Okay,
I wanna ask a weird would you rather question. Right?
Oh Lord, you hear that? You hear that?
No, it's such silly questions.
Come on.
I took it from the weird section, the gross section. Would you rather go through your whole life with one nostril or one ear?
One ear.
One nostril. No. Oh gosh, nah boy. Both of them I need to sing. I'll go take the one nostril because you could always breathe through your mouth, right? Yeah.
One nostril.
Like
that. Like if my whole nose is one hole that I am breathing normal through. Fine.
No, I am not having another random hole in my face.
No. But imagine not having a no. But imagine no, but imagine, right? Imagine you don't have a nose bridge, but you have like a bow. So like it comes like a curve. So here to here is still formed, but all of this is a hole. Like your whole nose would be this. And that's your nostril. Your one nostril.
All right.
Okay.
So what Ruby answered?
No.
One ear.
Right.
Oh, this looks tomorrow. Wait, no, let's go.
I don't have a nose bridge.
You remind me when I used to draw in school. I could only draw the nose like that.
And Taz, what did you choose?
I don't know. You don't just have one air flapping, so one like
one nostril because you can still breathe through your mouth.
Yeah, but how that gonna look, Chris?
No, it didn't say just one hole. It says that you're only able to breathe through one, so you still have both. You just can't breathe through both. I think so.
Okay. My imagination clearly got the better of me.
I mean, okay, let me ask another one. This one is a deep one. I able with you. It's kind of deep. What's the bravest thing you've ever said?
I love you.
Yeah.
Bravest thing I've ever said. Ever and meant it.
No.
And
okay.
Is it? Can I say two?
Yeah.
And I forgive you.
Oh shit. That is brave. What about you, Taos?
I encountered Jesus. That was one of the hardest things for me to say
to
in the public.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
for me. Yeah.
Me help.
Ooh, that big one. Especially.
Yeah. Help. Okie dokie.
Right.
Fam.
So, would you rather make a speech in front of 10,000 people or have to kiss a frog?
I'll kiss a frog. No, I'm just joking. I made the speech.
I'm making that speech.
I'm making that
You
speech.
can't. That's a bunch of creators.
That's true.
Let me talk.
Yeah.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Island
But they have
Girls.
introverts in our chats that it might be daunting.
As creators, we love being in front of an audience.
Yes,
so
we do.
Yes, and you have to.
Yes. So, Would you rather be the ugliest person in the world or smell the worst?
Nah, but give me ugly.
Give me ugly.
You see that smell
Looks
thing? I said, like
are
fragrance.
based on perception.
Give me, I go smell that. And I go and live in a
Give
cave.
me the ugliest person in the
Give
world.
me the ugliest person in the world because I think my personality
Yes.
is stunning.
Yeah.
And it'll make me beautiful.
Oh, and then there's
anyway.
plastic
one happy
surgery.
ugly person.
Yeah, you understand?
One happy ugly person.
Okay, maybe I'll
Exactly.
take the ugly and get plastic surgery.
Listen, there's plastic surgery.
I'll be
Find a
one happy
workaround
ugly
to be
person.
the
I'm telling
ugliest
you.
person in the world.
All right. So what book or movie left a lasting impression on you? Book or movie? One.
The Notebook.
I was gonna say that too. Which part? What like
All of it.
all of it?
It doesn't have to be a movie. I have a TV
Movie or book?
series.
Yeah,
Does that count? Could that count?
in this group, yeah.
Okay. The Chosen.
Ooh, yeah, that's a big
I have not even
That's a
watched
big
that
one.
yet.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Rubes?
I'm trying to remember the name of the series right now. It's the last Auschwitz statuette. It's on HBO. Episode 1 dropped.
Okay.
And it's about a survivor of the Auschwitz concentration camp and his experience and literally his love story that kind of happened there. And it's only the first episode, but it left. It's the most recent thing I've seen, and it left a heavy impression. Especially because I love Poland, and then seeing some history of Poland I didn't know about. It was hard.
Yeah.
You had to read Silver Sword in school?
No.
That was
That's
a book that I would say would leave a
Bekalam was rough.
lasting experience. Yeah,
Okay,
'cause that was
do we-
about the Polish war and stuff too in Poland.
So last one. Do we have anyone go in? Oh, I can
That
go.
was my last one, the ugliest person.
Okay, I
in
want to
the world.
ask. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be the very best.
No one ever was.
I want to be fulfilled. I know that sounds real cheesy and tacky, but I want to be able to look back on my life and have no regrets whatsoever.
Yeah.
And be in a place of joy. So I want to be fulfilled. I feel
Yeah.
like I've done what God had expected me to do.
Yeah.
So I want to feel fulfilled.
Yeah.
Guys?
Yeah.
I don't know what that looks like.
Sam?
Yeah. Well, obviously, I wouldn't say what Ruby said because yes, that too. But I know people say you shouldn't say they want this, but I do want to be happy and have joy. Like, be genuinely joyful, not like fake a smile or have to be like, oh, that's nice or whatever. I want to genuinely mean that that's nice. Yeah. You know, I want to see things and feel joy, like genuine joy. I want to be happy for others. I want to be happy for myself, not be like watching somebody else. It's like, oh my God, they have all these things, and then it makes you look, okay, in a sense of lack of what don't I have. But really feel like a joy in, I'm happy for you. Like, even if I don't have that, like, damn girl, you know, like, and I mean, I do have that, right? But at the same time, it's like certain aspirations, I want to achieve those things as well and just be joyful in the process and joyful in the attaining as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanna be loved.
Not for who you think I am, not what you want me to be. Could you love me for me? Real love.
So I feel the love of the Father all the time. I'm just ready to not just point to people, which I love to do, but to experience it in a safe way, relationally. No,
Yes.
like to see it transcend and be led.
Yeah.
For the first time in my life, because I know I'm a leader. I know God called me to do that. No matter where I run away from, He's still exalting me there. So I have to do it.
Yeah.
But I too would like to know what it's like to actually have a human being lead me.
Yeah.
And experience and the soft girl era.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. I want to be loved from that dimension too, because I know I have God. And I know I'm complete already. But it'll be interesting before I leave this earth to have that.
I love
Okay.
that.
Very nice. Exactly what I'm doing now. Just to the highest degree.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it. That's basically it. All right. Anybody has any more, or we can wrap there?
I think that's it.
All right.
And with that, we wrap
our Sip and Spill segment. Cheers! Yes, I.
So, Sip and Spill was brought to you by
Absolute Vodka Watermelon.
So don't go nowhere, guys, we have so
Where
much
going?
more show for you. Real thing coming up. So where you going?
Don't go nowhere.
Where you going? Don't go nowhere.
I say, where
Right
you
there.
going?
Right down.
Where you going? I tell ya, where you going?
So we'll be back with so much more show for you guys. Don't go anywhere.
Rubes.
Cue the commercial.
New Absolute Watermelon, always in season. 100% natural watermelon flavor, 0% added sugar. Not for persons under the age of 18. Enjoy responsibly.
Since they were on sale, Laura bought these umbrella shoes without thinking. Literally, without thinking. Hungry for deals? You'd better come and satisfy it at KFC before doing something crazy. 7 pieces of delicious chicken with a bucket of fries. The KFC Wow Bucket for $119.95.
Frisky's World! Yes, let's explore it! Wow, it's made with real salmon! Look what I found. Party mixed cat snacks. There's the delicious taste of the tuna we love! Definitely coming back tomorrow. Friskies, always more to explore.
If you're looking for sweetness to put inside a basket, I am the whole blinking market. What was that? Pump for pump, drop every bum bum down to the ground. Everything fresh, the market open. If you're looking for sweetness to put inside a basket, I am the whole blinking market.
Welcome back, guys. It's your Island Girls. I'm Ruby Paris.
I'm Talia Alexander.
I'm Smar Lalu.
And I'm Crystal Kane.
And if you are now joining us, shame on you because you missed that I'm back.
I really shame back.
Correct. Ding,
Shame.
ding, shame.
Shame. Shame.
Really
Terrible.
But this is what you missed. Quick recap. We caught up on our week with me weeks.
Yes.
If you want to know where I've been, go to the beginning of this episode. Then we went into our topic of the day.
Yes.
Are your parents meddling in your relationship? If you want to know what we thought about that and the signs to see if they are or aren't, scroll backward. And of course, we had the amazing sip and spill. Where, you know, we sipped and we spilled.
Indeed, we did.
And guys, I'm back. So you know what that means?
What I mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
We're ready.
It's a room. It's time for
Let's talk trends.
Get a whole long read it out. Hey,
Miss that.
I missed it too.
Jeez.
I honestly wish that what I'm about to say was something that was lighter.
It's true. It's true.
But unfortunately, guys, I'm sure you would have been alerted before. We do have a rise in dengue cases.
Bro.
And unfortunately, there's been an increased cases of dengue in children, and parents are being urged to be on alert. The Ministry of Health noted that there was a significant increase in children. And they've been seeing it also increasing, of course, in adults. I would just like to highlight, you guys, if you notice that your child is looking lethargic or they're vomiting with fever, or you notice a rash or excessive itching, please, 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 please go get them checked out. Go to your nearest health center, go to the general hospital, go to your family doctor, but please get it checked out and don't take it for granted. This dengue thing serious.
Them mosquitoes next level.
Nah, boy.
They next level.
Feel free to, if you have any still water on top of any barrel, straight out.
Throw it out.
Get the little whoppers.
Yes.
They zoop, 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 zoop. Let the mosquito go.
Buy some citronella candles.
Citronella candles, some Odomos. Get the little
Vanilla
oil.
thing.
It might seem like
Vanilla.
back in the day
Well,
thing,
apparently it's expensive,
but you
so
see
careful.
that coil?
Yes.
That coil worked wonders for your granny for a reason.
Yeah, but
Bring
I
it
saw
back.
something on the news where the woman said the mosquitoes landing on the coils while it's burning.
What?
The next level, that's
What
Bill
in the
Gates mosquitoes.
hybrid
You know?
mosquito?
I see a man put on wholesale coil on his face.
Mosquitoes.
Oh my
Wholesale
goodness.
coil on his face. There's this thing coil. I said, but who gonna what you
Nah,
want?
man.
Oh my goodness.
Nah, man.
I swear, what's next, Rubes?
In addition to there being a dengue rise, the Ministry of Health is also looking out for the O.U.R virus.
Right.
What is this?
I'm letting you know. Don't rush me. The O.U.R virus, we have it in Trinidad and Tobago. It is when they took blood samples from people who had dengue, and those samples were negative. They did a second screening for the O.U.R virus because the signs and symptoms tend to be the same and may easily overlap.
So is it that it originated in O.U.R?
No, baby, I don't ever say that because
I don't know why
we still don't know the origin for COVID. You know, conspiracy theories. That's another episode.
But we have a place called O.U.R. That's why
Yes,
I
we do have a place called O.U.R, but there's no guarantee that they.
I love it because I have the same thought.
I don't want to put my head on a block and say
No,
O.U.R
we
virus came from O.U.R.
No, we don't know, but
Just in
it's an
case.
interesting name.
Just
I'm
in
just
case.
like, yeah.
Just in kind of.
So what we could do? They say?
All they're saying is if you notice that you have the signs of dengue, get tested for both dengue and the O.U.R virus because it might show up negative for dengue, but it doesn't mean that you also haven't contaminated.
Right.
Contracted, the O.U.R virus.
Right. What's next, Rubes?
Last but not least, all year, good news.
Let me hear.
The Project U Foundation tackles period poverty. Hello,
Okay.
28,000 pads were distributed to homes, shelters, orphanages, NGOs around the country, including the Shelter for Battered Women and Children, Helping Her Foundation, and the Golden Grove Women's Prison. Period health is something that I think people try to shy away from as a topic. Period poverty is something that is a global epidemic on the rise. I mean, it's been something that's been a consistent problem, but I think it's rising in how much people don't have period awareness. It's not a conversation we need to shy away from anymore.
Yeah.
And the fact that they've now taken the initiative to distribute this many.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah,
That's good.
killing it.
I just have one question, right? With the distribution of all these pads, right? I really hope that they do classes or some education on how to dispose of these things, because I realize from being in many women's toilets that some people either nobody taught them these things,
Unfortunately.
right?
Guys, there are also signs on the back of female doors that show you how to dispose of sanitary
Wrap it in
napkins
toilet paper
for younger women who are
before you
now
throw it.
experiencing their periods, who may not necessarily have had a maternal figure to teach you on what to do with your sanitary napkin.
Yeah.
You fold it up in the same wrapper that the new pad will come in.
Oh,
you can use
toilet
some
paper.
toilet paper, and there will normally be a sanitary bin beside the toilet. If there is not such, don't be embarrassed to take your pad and drop it in the bin outside. A period is a normal experience.
Exactly.
It's nothing to be ashamed of. And I just wanted to add with the period pads. What else you can use pad for here? The pad distribution, they also were able to send supplies to Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the wake of the devastation caused by Hurricane Beryl.
Fantastic.
Oh yes, that's
So,
wonderful.
well done. Well done. Stay alert, stay aware for dengue or O.U.R virus, and you don't have to worry. There are people who are helping those who don't have.
Yes.
When it comes to pads, please also, if you feel inclined, donate your pads. Any extras, those of you who may be entering early menopause, you may not need necessarily use the same kind of pads you would have probably stocked up all over the years. I know I have like a drawer of pads.
Yeah.
I could donate pads
Right.
for those who don't have. And yes, Demi Day, you know, all So you know what that means? I have to make sure I have my outro.
Yes.
Piting pum patum, piting pum patum, piting pum patum.
Let's talk trends.
Yes, man.
That's all right. That's all
We
right.
have a lot more show coming back for you guys. Thanks for sticking around so far. And you know what that means? Cue the commercials.
We have more show for you.
See you soon.
Like they hear
no, I
you.
said
They
yeah,
hear you, Ruby.
We have more show for you. Don't move. Cue the commercials.
So new, but so radical.
New, the KFC Double Stacker Sandwich. 2 crispy chicken fillets sandwiched with barbecue sauce and cheddar cheese.
So new, so radical.
Order your Double Stacker Sandwich now via the app or KFC.com. It's finger licking good.
Let's explore it. Wow, it's made with real salmon. Look what I found. Party mixed cat snacks. There's the delicious taste of the tuna we love. Definitely coming back tomorrow. Friskies, always more to explore.
Up on this one thing.
I've been dreaming of loving you, baby, day and night.
We are back, guys. We're back with more show for you guys. It's your Island Girls. I'm Crystal Kane.
I'm Smara Lalu.
I'm Ruby Paris.
And I'm Talia Alexander.
And guys, if you're just joining us, of course, you missed a really good show as usual. I mean, it's your Island Girls. What you expect, all right? Of course, we greeted Ruby, who is back after 3 whole weeks. She's done. We miss your bad girl. For real. Right? After catching up with Ruby, of course, we discussed the topic of the day is your parent meddling in your relationship. We know about 99.9999% of y'all in relationships can relate to this topic. So if you missed it, just play back, and go back and watch it from the top. All right? Of course, we got into it with the sip and spill. We didn't have a spotlight guest today because we are Ruby back. We ain't seen a long time. You know what I mean? Right. But we had sip and spill with the lovely Samara, where we got into the things, you know how we like to do with sip and spill. Of course, we had Let's Talk Trends with the pitting pulpit Ruby. Right? Of course, keeping you updated with the little things that is happening in and around the island and the region.
Yes.
And of course, now we have the Wellness Wavelength. Of course, by now you know that the Wellness Wavelength is a new segment brought in season 3, where we discuss all things health and all things wellness. And today is no different. We're going to be talking very quickly about 7 drinks that can lower high blood pressure quickly.
Yes.
Emphasis on quickly. All right. We know high blood pressure is something that a lot of people here in this territory and in the region as well suffer from. It's also known as hypertension. It's marked by a sudden increase in the pressure in which your blood flows through your artery walls. All right. It can lead to things like heart disease, stroke, heart attack, that kind of thing. So there's some things that you should do to, if you know that you're prone to high blood pressure or hypertension, things that you can do to kind of simmer down the body in the minute. All right. Of course, there are more extensive things for you to do, but that's not what this is about. It's about if you feel yourself getting, you know, something that can give you an ease in the moment. All right, and there are 7 drinks. The first one is green tea, which is rich in antioxidants, and these antioxidants are called catechins. All right, and they help to relax the blood vessels. I didn't know that. It helps to relax the blood vessels and improve the blood flow, which reduces your chances of hypertension. Quickly, next we have, so that was green tea, green tea. The next we have hibiscus tea.
Believe in hibiscus tea.
Yes.
I've never had it. Hibiscus tea is another drink that lowers your blood pressure, right? And a study suggests that when you drink hibiscus tea, it can significantly decrease both systolic and diastolic blood pressure levels, right? Beetroot juice.
Believe in that.
Right? My dad always talking about eat your beetroot,
Good
right?
for your blood.
Beetroot juice comes packed with essential nutrients and are known to boost heart health. All right? Then we have pomegranate juice. I don't know if we have that. That's not a natural. Yes, pomegranate. I say pomegranate. Some people say pomegranate. Right?
Never heard it like that.
Yes.
Before.
So, well, pomegranate. I like to say pomegranate. That's how I've always. Okay. Right? So, I ain't the godmother. Yeah. But pomegranate juice is rich in antioxidants and potassium, and that works great against high blood pressure. Right? When you drink it daily, it can lower the blood pressure and enhance overall heart function.
Right. So, you have to drink all these things sparingly because you can't have too much to then flip it in the next.
Keyword quickly.
Yeah.
So, if you feel like you're going through some days of, your blood pressure high, you might want to drink that for like 3 days or so, right?
I heard turmeric does the same.
Of course, you can't go wrong with good old natural water.
Water.
H2O. All right. So another way to keep your blood pressure under control is to keep your body well hydrated. When you are well hydrated with water, it is hard for your arteries to tighten up. You know what I mean? And causing your blood pressure to rise. All right. And lastly, skimmed milk. Right. For those worried about blood pressure, skim milk is a great substitute for whole milk. It is high in calcium and low in fat, making it heart friendly and can help lower your blood pressure. All right, so there you have it. Just a quick recap: green tea, hibiscus tea, beetroot juice, pomegranate juice, water, and skimmed milk in case you want to lower your blood pressure. All right, don't say you never learn anything in Ireland.
Exactly.
You heard
we bring
me?
anything for you.
And there you have it, folks. That's a wrap for the Wellness Wavelength. Keep it locked right here. We have one more quick segment for you guys with the lovely towels. Do not go anywhere, Sam.
Where you going?
Don't go in.
You don't know.
Don't
Stay
go
right
in.
there.
Come
We'll be right back, okay?
After these messages. Rubes.
Cue the commercials.
So new, but so radical.
New! The KFC Double Stacker Sandwich. 2 crispy chicken fillets sandwiched with barbecue sauce and cheddar cheese.
So new. So radical.
Order your Double Stacker Sandwich now via the app or KFC.com. It's finger licking good.
KFC nuggets, back on the menu with a twist. New spicy nuggets, the dark and the dark. KFC nuggets are the best around. A spicy nuggets, the best. With enough dips, no one we come test. Swear it's 100% chicken breast, and everybody else we hold second best. Back on the menu with a twist. Never had them like this. Spicy nuggets are the tastiest.
KFC chicken nuggets are back on the menu. Now you can choose between the new hot and spicy flavor or original, or mix them up starting at $24.95 only at KFC.
Little African dancer, me love how you dance it. Me say you make me go ginger.
And welcome back to Island Girl Talk with yours truly. My name is Talia Alexander.
I'm Ruby Paris.
I'm Smart Lalo.
And I'm Crystal Kane.
And yes, man, before we even get into how, amazing this program has been, especially that we have Ruby here with us, I just want to do a quick plug-in, guys, right? So we have this God Vibes Only t-shirt,
God
right?
Vibes Only.
So my friend Javon Murray, his wife is Shanta Murray. Her number is 687-7466. Again, 687-7466. You can check them out on Instagram at shop_NestTT, which is SHOP_NESTTT. Right? So you can
free
look and you can check.
advertising, boy. I hope you get a discount.
They had a short sleeve for 120, long sleeve 150, sweaters 175, and the
that's
hoodies
pretty
is
reasonable.
220.
That's really reasonable.
That's really cool, yeah.
Right? And hopefully you will start to see the little paraphernalia on the
Yes,
table as you pick them up now. So big up
Absolutely.
again, Javon Murray, my boy. God Vibes Only, that's what we're bringing up in here, right? And we're going back now to the show, which is that we had a really good topic. We catch up.
We caught up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then we had a wonderful yet kind of tricky topic today.
Yes.
You know, we love you,
Oh my
parents and we
gosh.
in-laws and right? But it was, is your parent meddling in your relationship? Well, you know what we thought about it. And if you didn't know, as you beaters always say, we'll back and come again.
Yes. Come again.
We went from there. I believe we had sip and spill, right?
Yes, we
Where we
did.
sipped.
And we spilled.
Cheers. Right? Of course. Right? And then we had the Wellness Wavelength.
We had Let's Talk Trends. Listen, Taz always forgets this segment.
You know, she likes the pretty pum but she forgets
the pretty pum.
Taz, what is it you on this segment?
I don't know.
But you know, she didn't miss it last 3 weeks, you know.
Okay, here, it was the Let's talk trends. Get it back next week. Oh my gosh. And then we had the Wellness Wavelength. But now we have before you the Empowerment Minute. Woosa. Right?
Yeah.
Good. Now this little quote I got from a woman named Ciara Nicole. And it said, desire without discipline is just a dream. Ciara Nicole. She says, desire without discipline is just a dream. And as simple as it is, it really says a lot. People sleeping on their talents and sleeping on their gifts. And we quick to, one thing about Trinidadians too as well, we like to mouth off. But it's just noise. At some point, we have to take that step, discipline, do research about whatever field that you believe God has planted in you to come out and share. Do your research, whatever you had to do, back it up now with action. And discipline, because sometimes we want things overnight because we're in an instant society. We have Instagram, all these different things, quick fame. But honestly, endurance and longevity comes from a heart of discipline. And even in faith, discipline is also required. God disciplines those that he loves. So, and not everything is overnight. You have to plan, take a time, plan, pray, be inspired, write it down, and then understand, okay, how do I put this now into being? Talk to God and he will start to show you. But discipline, self-control, these are fundamentals to executing, your purpose. So again, it could either be a desire that you die with, a dream that just never kick off, or the discipline behind it brings it and it becomes successful and it's able to bless others.
And discipline means doing it even when you don't feel like doing it.
That is it.
That's where the discipline comes in.
You're never going to feel good all the time. But it's your endurance, your perseverance, you understand, your steadfastness. Or even if he says, okay, you're in the wrong side, you need to do a course correction. This is where you need to be. Being able to adapt. Whatever it takes, discipline is very important. It's the fundamental step between a desire and a dream becoming a reality. So I want to leave that with you one more time by Ciara Nicole. It says, desire, which is good. Desire without discipline is just a dream. Let's make it a reality.
Indeed. Love it, Charles. Thank you so much for the word as always, week after week. Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah, wrap up your segment, baby.
That was, ladies and gentlemen, the Empowerment Minute. Woosa. Hold your peace.
Hold your peace. When I tell you, I love that. I love it. Hold it right here in your core. Don't let nobody steal it.
Hold it.
Right? Before we wrap, Rubes, you want to jump in the chat room?
Quickly to the chats. White tip tail hummingbird.
Hello.
Wow. She said, oh God, wow. Late. Busy today, boy. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Full time said, shut. Stefan Warwick said, I'm proud of you, Chris, every episode. Welcome back, Ruby. Ladies, I just watched. I'm still sick, but a little better. Afternoon in-laws. Lol.
Thank you.
Nina said, absolutely.
Same, Rubes.
Same. Nancy Boo said, God vibes only.
Yes, Styles. Indeed.
Stefan Warwick said, I did message IGT. Nina said, great show, ladies. Gotta get kiddos off to bed. Have an amazing week.
You too, Nina. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
Guys, as always, it's a pleasure us coming here week after week to entertain you guys and as well as to educate you guys and to converse with you guys. It's always a pleasure. We love doing the show and we love it now that we have our rooms back. All right. Season 3 panel. All right. As always, guys, you know where we're going to be next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Right here.
Where we are Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 p.m.
Right.
On Tempo.
Right. If you're missing us on a Wednesday too, well, to both on a Wednesday. But you can also recap season 1 on Tempo Networks. We are now showing throughout the Caribbean on Tempo Networks on a Monday at 8 p.m. and on a Wednesday at 8 p.m. So actually right now that we're wrapping up, you could go across the a tempo, and you can recap an episode of season 1. All right, so you have your fill. You have your fill of Island Girl talk. All right. Yeah. What else we had to tell them?
Have a great week, I miss all you.
Yes,
guys.
I miss all you.
Oh gosh, Ruby, don't cry then. Don't cry then, Ruby. Oh Lord, guys, we want to thank you once more, and of course, you all ready?
Yes, man.
Island Girl Talk, where women are free to simply be. Unapologetically. Keep it classy, guys.
Stay awesome.
Be your main character.
And hold your peace.
Hold your God vibes only. God vibes only. Bye, guys.
Coconut water, they get fire data. Coconut water, they get fire data. I love the curve of your face when you touch me, baby. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. All that I used to be becomes you and me. Na 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 na. My paper is boring and I hear you calling my name. My name. Na 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 na. They get fire data. Coconut water, 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 they get fire data.